K character.
Alright. How's the volume on the music for you guys?
Perfectly fine.
Perfect.
Fine.
Alright.
Finally perfect.
So for last time on Hunter the Road Trip, as you've discovered through the old town, you've discovered things. An abandoned building, a library, and a bit of the truth behind what you've dubbed the Omni Gosling, Ken Anderson. And the only thing that you can find towards his nature is on Chile, and also, he has a weird, mysterious power that can sap any and all creativity from those he targets. Tonight, he is filming a movie during the Fall Festival, and has cameras set up around the perimeter from when it goes down. You all were planning to get to him later, but you realized that tonight was going to be the night you act. It isn't nightfall yet. It is simply 6 p.m. You have about, like, an hour or two, which, you know, we'll stretch that. But anyway, you have a brief bit of time before it starts. And, yeah, that's my recap.
I actually forgot that was tonight.
Yep.
If I was to make
my initial plan might not work. Alright.
If I was to make a bit of a suggestion before we really do this, we should probably get kind of a, you know, like a lay of the land.
A lay of the land? Alright. Let me go get it really quickly.
If we're worried about taking out his cameras, well, one, I don't imagine that it's out there already. They're all like set up already. Who can really say in that case? But I think what is important is figuring out where they could be. You know,
Maybe...
like find like points of interest. I guess the word might be.
I'm pretty experienced with placing cameras around. Maybe I could take a crack at it.
That's why we keep you around, PewDiePie.
Actually, I want real quick. Can we do like an audio check on everyone's audio real quick?
All right, let's do it in order.
Audio.
Let me turn up some.
All right, so AC, you go down the list.
All right, Bone, speak.
All right, I'm talking. How do I sound, Joshy? How do I sound, Joshy? How
Joshy is
whenever I
deafened.
talk with my mouth. Yeah, but he's hearing us on stream. I think he's doing the audio check.
I might turn you up a little bit. Justin, go.
Audio jungle.
A slight boost.
Jaudio ungle.
I
Alright.
thought Joshy was doing the audio test.
You sound. Turn Bone up slightly, like a tiny bit.
Alright. So,
I'll also move my mic a little bit closer to my face.
Wait, so he did turn me up already, but so there might be a delay on the Twitch stream.
Oh.
Alright, Bone, speak. Just say a sentence, anything.
All right, I am saying liquid demon seed, impregnate your throat today.
Jesus Christ.
A flavor that sticks to the tongue.
Lactate your thirst.
And I already said this, but no, that just.
Sorry, hang up it.
Okay, now it's good. It's fine. It's fine.
Alright, it's good. Do we need to do any more testing, or do you think we got it?
Does my voice sound good?
No. No. Everyone sounds fine. Well, actually, Simon, Noir, could you say something?
Check. 1, 2, check.
Is Nora there?
Var.
I forgot, it doesn't do that if I'm not actually clicked on it. Hold on.
Ruh-roh.
The Fitness Grand Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
Just give me like trauma flashbacks.
The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds.
Okay. Noir's fine. I did hear Roboot a bit more. I think you should turn up Roboot slightly bit, or a bit more, and then also Sim a slightly bit more as well.
What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, little shit?
Uh,
I'll have you know that.
Alright, turn them up.
And then
Let me. Alright, there we go. Is everybody ready, or do we have to do anything else, or?
I think the audio is good.
Alright, cool. So anyway, this is like right before, so does anybody want to, going in kind of order, does anybody want to do any, prep?
Question: where is this happening again? The movie?
The festival, it's gonna be in the Business District.
Do we know any particular location?
You know, it's gonna be the, Ferris wheel. I have the top-down map of it. You know that there's a Ferris wheel and that there's a couple various rides. You also know, and this is something that I recently discovered about the area's, like, geography, was where I put the critical success abandoned building. I also, when I was looking at it, I'd recently come to find out that this town does in fact actually have a real-life festival.
Oh yeah?
The Ferris wheel's even on Google Maps.
I thought you were gonna say there's a real abandoned building right there.
Oh no, the building's very populated. I think it's a government building too.
I was gonna suggest that we lure the guy to an ambush, but I don't know if we'll have the time for that. Can I see the labels
The lab?
of like the sites?
Let me go get.
The red tech.
Is there a legend?
Let me go get the ones real quickly. There we go.
We're in Illinois, right?
Indiana.
Indiana? Oh shit. Well,
All right, so
Far worse than Illinois.
I think it would be good if we got some general supplies, rope, zip ties, duct tape, stuff like that, stuff to like capture the guy if we need to.
I've got
the-
rope.
hey, Arkham.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, do you have any amount of money on you currently?
He fiddles through his pockets and hands him $20.
Like, I was gonna buy some fireworks to kind of hide anytime I need to shoot.
I know a guy.
Okay. He gives him another 20.
Ooh.
I know a guy who might be able to help. He might have something we could use.
On a short time span, hopefully.
Can anybody scout out the area to kind of get an idea of where the everything is located?
Take a look around.
Cameras, spots that we could hide, maybe ambush.
Alright.
If we get an idea of where I guess festival staff, quote unquote, are gonna be like kind of moving around the area, like we could probably do something like set up like motion sensors, things like that. I can make a couple probably. Give us an idea of when people are gonna be coming. We can kind of figure out their patrols, I guess.
Alright.
I also would like to call the bus driver and ask him if he knows anything about an Usili.
You call the walkie-talkie. Alright, lad, yeah, well, unsurely, oh, I think I have rather a guess of what that is. I forget where they were exactly, but I know they're a, forbidden, a more unorthodox sect of their, type. They seem to be rather, different, and they believe in some types of methods that, other of their kind aren't exactly too thrilled about.
Do they have a weakness? In particular, are they strong? How dangerous are they?
They could probably punch pretty hard, but they aren't exactly speedsters. They run at normal speed, but other than being able to tank a little bit more and punching a little harder, maybe? I don't know for sure. It kind of varies on person to person.
So like a bat to the head would take one out?
I would say a couple hits. Multiple hits to the back of the head.
And luckily, we have multiple people.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you'll be fine.
Alright, I'm gonna hang up and get back to the planning. So, any other plan?
Any other plans?
Because right now, it's me buying supplies, Roboot, I guess, is getting something. Who's scouting?
I think I was.
Alright. Before anything else
I'm
happens...
getting fireworks with the $40 Arkham gave me.
Right. Oh, we got our
So
panic
fireworks
thing.
are $40.
Also, make sure to look for anything we can stash supplies into. Weapons, those fireworks, just something we can hide.
You know what? I have a bit of an idea. AC, if you're willing to kind of work with me freeforming this a little bit.
Alright.
Would there be... Could we maybe use that contact that I've got as a way to get fireworks inconspicuously?
I
I looked up Indiana's laws on fireworks. They're perfectly legal.
Oh yeah, no, okay, then yeah, no, go ahead.
I would also like to make a suggestion. We don't have to kill him right now. If we can cause enough of his servants, we could possibly delay things, if not outright cancel the event. And then we can find a time to ambush him.
Sorry, Zach looks up from his phone after texting for a bit. Where would be a good place to drop off all this stuff?
Well, that's where we need to find out. Oh wait, do you
Okay,
mean
you know
drop
what?
off
That one
actually?
that one we could actually freeform a little bit with what I have in mind, in
I will-
addition to some other stuff.
When we say drop off, wait, sorry, I just want to get clarification on what Robot means. Do you mean drop off at like the event, or drop off for us to meet up?
For us to pick up.
Probably the bus.
Alright. I will say, do you want
Right?
me to do the scouting for explain like Jerry's scouting and get that out of the way so you can see an initial top down?
If nobody else has any other planning ahead of.
I mean, like, this won't progress time. This will just
Oh, all right.
yeah. So
How much time do we have, by the way? How many hours?
only a couple, but it should be enough for you guys to be able to do. Everybody should be able to do one thing.
Alright, because I don't know exactly how we're transporting each other, like how much time we should consider. It's like, okay, is somebody going through the residential district to get to the Walmart?
Yeah.
It's like, are we all taking the bus to locations? Are we walking? Are we taking, like, I guess we can take, like, city vehicles, like, the city bikes.
I have to think that, like, that is a good question.
Well, have you ever been to, like, a modern city that had those, like,
Yeah, I know
scooters
about.
that you rent?
Yeah.
I imagine we can take something like that around.
What if we had a bus?
I mean, I think if we're splitting up, I
Drive
don't
us
think
around town.
I don't think we can use the bus for everybody. We're
Uh,
splitting up.
oh.
Go AC, go AC.
I was gonna say, anyway, I was just gonna say, like, you guys are doing your planning. I would say the last area you were at was kind of near the abandoned building. So unless you guys moved, it should be close enough to the festival where Jerry would probably be able to get a good, like, a pretty decent walk in. It shouldn't be too long, but Jerry walks along, kind of gets, like, a general lay of the land just from, like, the distance, and, this is what Jerry's been able to get at this time.
Various rides.
Just various rides in that sector. I didn't bother.
Oh yeah, you said that you can like make manual pings.
Yeah, it's a weird thing I discovered with Google Map. Pretty cool. Anyway.
The critical success abandoned building. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so that middle area is the library.
Actually, I need to double check that. I remember it was either to the left or to the middle. It was like, let me go to my Google Maps on my end real quick.
At one point, you're going to find like one of those Google Maps Easter eggs, and it's like one of us is just in there, somebody having sex in public.
God.
That's an entire
Get that one.
genre.
There's that one place you can find on Google Maps that's literally just a fucking plane that would crash in the middle of a forest. I think you can still find
I
that
fucking
there.
love Google Maps Easter eggs.
Alright, I found, Alright, no, that's the, funny enough, that's the fucking court! I just now discovered that the library was actually, the library south, actually. The library is south.
What do you mean a court?
A courthouse.
Oh. Should we just say it's the library? Where's the library in this?
South of the critical success abandoned building. It would still have access to the window.
Okay, so it's just off
What
screen.
about the wall?
It's off screen. Well,
But the sweat dripped down its ball.
now,
So is there anything Sim can roll to like get it like I'm gonna use the word insight even though it probably wouldn't be an insight check to see if there's any like hints we can get or like any like bonuses we can get of this area would be a good place to store shit or something.
Like find a spot to stash our shit.
I would say, wit, plus either investigation or insight. Like either wits, investigation, or insight. Like I can see it being either. So,
It's an insight like for human conversation.
insight's human conversation. Actually, it'd be investigation. Difficulty.
What about awareness?
Oh fuck! I didn't even know. My bad. I was thinking like awareness is like investigation would be you would be investigating a place like further to find like a good spot for it. Where awareness is seeing a building.
I mean, I feel like you'd go with either.
Yeah, I'll probably go. You know, let's probably just go with investigation. Or difficulty 4.
Okay.
Go with. Also, something I noticed is like on the character sheets, the physical, social, and mental attributes. It looks like the skills underneath actually line up with those aspects. The physical yeah, like the physical attributes match up with physical skills. Mental attributes match up with mental skills. So if you have trouble finding something, you can kind of use that kind of to categorize it.
All right, so the dice roll failed, but all you really see is that there's like a couple buildings and there's like an old like you don't really see any place that's too like hidden, but like the most you see is like there's a couple trash cans that are like around the area near the Ferris wheel. So you do see like various trash cans and like a dumpster nearby like the alley. That's to the left of the festival pen.
Should I assume that we're together, or should I assume we're still getting stuff?
I assume that everybody's getting stuff at this moment.
Alright, so asking questions wouldn't be possible right now.
Unless Sim decides to update everybody through the convenient, like, phone walkie-talkie technology I have given you all.
You know what, yeah, Jerry, do you notify people of your findings?
I just found, like, the general layout of the place, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to call back, because I assume I'm not in the shop yet, if it looks like there's any security.
Does it look like they're setting up in any one particular spot for the shoot, or is there any of that, or is it just kind of mostly setting up for the festival?
It's mostly setting up for the festival, but you do recall that they mentioned that there was going to be a scene by the Ferris wheel, so there'll at least be some shit nearby the Ferris wheel, at the very least. And also remember, they haven't fully set it up yet. Once you guys come by here when everything's set up, you'll see it because it's set up.
Is there any, like, stage?
There's no, like... I guess there's a bit of a stage nearby the Ferris wheel, next to, in the grass next to the court, but it's more for, like, local bands to play.
Is there any role that Sim could make? Wait, I don't know. Is it okay if I ask if there was a role somebody else can make, or do you think that's too metagaming?
That's if you want to spend a willpower. Do you want to spend? Yeah.
You know, I'll try to role play it out, and then I will let Sim figure out if there's something he can roll or not. But yes, I'll ask if it looks like there's anywhere you think that our quarry is going to be located.
You said they were shooting by the Ferris wheel, right? I'd imagine over there.
Alright, I just wanted to know if there was any sort of director's area.
I can take a look around. Do I see anything like cordoned off for the shoot at all?
Any,
like
like,
a spot
camera-
for them to like set stuff up?
I'll just say I meant to mark some stuff, but there are various. Okay, so you see the bottom like row, not bottom, but next to the courthouse. There's like the bottom of it. There's like a row of tents in that parking lot. It is unsure what are inside the tents, but there are definitely tents there.
So one of those tents could be like related to the movie. There's some tents on the South Road. Could be some.
Are they protected? Do you think you can get a look in?
We can try.
How good is
I
Jerry's
like-
stealth?
Can I like walk by real casually and see if I can see inside the tents?
So calm. That's not yet. Oh shit. So you can do that. And you walk by and you see that there is and you see that there's like you see the tents and there's not really anybody going in and out of them except for like one. There's like a couple people going in and out. But before you can investigate further, the OBS stream is going to have the hang on, not chat, logo, final UI border, edit. The stream is gonna have their CG previews turned off, so only you guys can see the map really quickly. Because an oopsie just happened. I have accidentally skipped past the playlist for some reason, even though I have it set to loop and shuffle. I'm just gonna pick a song like.
What was the
You
previous
can
song,
never
by the
go
way?
wrong with the Dark Tide theme.
The song that you heard a brief snippet of.
No, they're not playing.
All right, we're gonna go back here. It's a song that was cut from the final game.
Oh, that one that you were obsessing over?
No, the one I was obsessing over made it in.
Okay.
This is a scrap song.
Okay.
But anyway, oopsies aside, so you go by and there's just a couple like people coming in and out of like one tent, and it's a red one, and you just kind of hear them kind of chattering, and that's all I'll describe unless you so I'm leaving it up to your move.
Can I hear what they're talking about as I go by?
As you go by, you hear brief rumblings. It's like, everything ready, Bob? Yeah, I got it. The scene shouldn't be too bad, you know? Just, get off break, I'll film this, and, go get a drink somewhere. Yeah, maybe buy a comic or whatnot. Heard the one about eating comics pretty good. It's a little stylish. I prefer the other ones. Suit yourself. He takes a sip from a can of something, and then just kind of walks off holding what appears to be like a lunchbox.
So, did he say he was just finishing up, or did he say he was just going on lunch?
He said it was gonna go on lunch and then prep for a scene.
Okay. and then get something to drink after the scene, or after he's done prepping with the scene.
Yeah.
Where does he go?
You see him walk, like, east from the tent. In the meantime, he's kind of heading towards the, bottom, part. He kind of heads towards, like, just towards the parking lot. He's, like, just kind of walking.
He's looking for a place to eat his lunch.
He's looking for a place to eat his lunch.
And the other guy's still in the tent.
The other guy's still in the tent.
I'm also going to ask Jerry if it looks like the critical success abandoned building, the diegetic name, can overlook the parade area. Wait, is it a parade?
It's a festival.
Just like a tent.
How much
Line.
can it overlook?
It can look over the front, and you can see, and because you can go on the roof, even though the roof is like a triangle on the map, just assume it's a square, but you can see, you can overlook like most of the festival. It just gets trickier the farther you go out, but you can see the Ferris wheel and everything.
Alright, so from the roof, can one see the, what's it called, the street? Or is it, I don't know what like those white rectangle next to the Ferris wheel is.
I think that's also
Bunch
more
of tents.
I think that's sense.
Alright, so one could see the street.
Yes, you can see the streets, the Ferris wheel. You can see most of the festival from there.
That might be a good sniping area.
Yeah.
Or scouting. Overwatch. Well, if you decide to infiltrate these tents, act like you're part of the place's staff. Clean up that you work here. Just something. Create a cover. People won't ask questions generally if you act like you were part of the place.
Can I kind of just mill around the area until that guy leaves to go get a drink?
Here's the thing. You
Do I
could.
get the sense that that's gonna be in a while yet?
The guy's gonna be out for his lunch for a while. He might come back. The only thing is that the guy in there, inside the tent, you're unsure how long he'll be in there. It could be forever, it could be all 5 minutes.
I would like to set up that as my next action to meet up with Jerry to see if I can get inside these tents. After I'm done doing my thing.
As everyone's like
Kind of keep milling around the area until Virgil shows up also.
Can you notice? I'm also gonna call and ask if he notices any cameras, any security systems, any computers hooked up to anything, wires, machinery.
Do I see any of that? Any security systems anywhere?
You don't see any like overt like guards or anything, but for anything like that, I would say you don't really notice a whole lot. Maybe a camera by some of the shops that were normally be seeing cars in front of it during festival hour. Well, normally seeing cars in front of it if it weren't for the festival.
I would also like Virgil to buy some sort of face covering.
Like
a hoodie, like a shirt that's like a hoodie, or like a scarf, a baklava, just something.
Wait, hang on.
I forget. It's a warm season, isn't it?
It's autumn.
Okay, a scarf would probably be good then.
There's a quick little. I will say, the abandoned building was an abandoned clothes store. You could probably, if you're okay with probably getting it from a worn down building, there is probably a scarf in there.
I'd probably just buy it. I'm going to like a Walmart to get like rope and zip ties.
Rope and zip ties from the same building, huh? Anyway, you get so you're getting the scarf, and you maybe buy like a zip tie. Are you going to have like the rope be in the same cart, or is there? I meant to ask, is there anybody else shopping at the store?
Yoshi,
I guess I'm here too. I too am in this store.
I'm at a fireworks store, so I don't know if it's the same store as all of you.
I just saw a Walmart on the map, so I figured I was going there.
Yeah, so Zach and Whoopsie and Virgil, you two are at the Walmart. You have your carts. So you're picking out your scarf, your zip tie.
I will also have to mention I have to go pee, so I'm gonna go onto my mobile and other people can talk.
Yeah. So you get your stuff. So I will say, this will be the one time I'll probably be this generous. Zach, there's nothing in your cart. Do you want to have the rope be in your cart? That way it's like in separate carts. That way one guy doesn't have zip ties and ropes in the same cart.
Yeah.
I'll just say you've planned on doing this anyway, so you just have rope in your like cart.
Yeah.
Virgil, I don't know why I almost called him Seven. Virgil has the zip ties and a scarf, so you're just kind of handling that. And you see, just kind of a weird, a lady approach. She has a bit of a, well, okay, it's not that intense. Anyway, so she's like, this brown hair and like a bit of a blue dress. She looks at you and she's like, and she just doesn't really think of anything of you. But she's like, oh, sorry, I thought you were someone else. And then she kind of storms off.
I wonder, was she looking for someone? Is there anything I can do to like, can I follow her?
Okay, so do you just want to like follow her, or do you want to try to be sneaky about it?
I'm just gonna try and ask her. I'm just gonna like go up to her like, sorry ma'am, were you looking for someone?
Yes, actually. This person, he's a very mysterious individual, very strange. I don't particularly trust him, and I have been on the lookout for this man for a while. He has a little, I think he has like a beanie and glasses, brown hair, a little scruffy. You kind of get, as you're getting a good look at her, she's like, she has like a blue thing. I don't know what color the jacket is. It's just brown, like slight curly hair, just scruffy, sunglasses. That's all I remember.
Yeah, sorry. It doesn't sound like anybody I know.
Fine. I'll find him here eventually. I know he's here. She storms off.
And then once she's out of earshot, Zach's gonna pull out his walkie-talkie, right, to communicate with the rest of the team.
All right, you get your like walkie-talkie. You're talking with the team.
Yeah, I'm in the fireworks section. What's up?
There's this weird lady with brown hair. She said she was looking for someone that looked like you.
Fuck.
You know her?
Let's say one of my jobs got a bit sloppy and she saw me do some shit. And now she's tracking my ass because she thinks I'm some kind of weird terrorist.
So we got a Karen on our hands?
Yes, actually.
Why doesn't she just call the cops?
Because the cops won't believe her.
Dear God.
Now,
I mean, you know,
yeah.
if it, I'd say it's probably a benefit that the cops don't believe her.
Wait, is Steph here too?
I mean, I
We're
feel
on
like
the
I should be doing.
walkie-talkies.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Actually,
And
may I ask
and
a
Zach's
question?
just whispering all this into the walkie-talkie as he's like as he returns to his business and just like looking throughout the store, just pretending he's looking for something.
I'm actually curious. How discreet are these walkie-talkies? Are these like pocket-sized? Are these like the size of my hand, or are they like?
They're magic walkie-talkies that are
Don't we all
unnoticed
have
by
cell
civilians.
Oh, that's cell phones can be like tracked and
Tracked.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I'm just curious if these are like old phone-sized walkie-talkies, or these are like pocket, like a hand-sized walkie-talkies.
They're like hand sized.
Okay, so they're pretty discreet.
They're pretty discreet.
Mm.
And
We
then
could,
Zach's
you just
gonna
got
look
like
around
burner
for
phones
Virgil,
and that kind of stuff.
and Zach's gonna look around for
Oh.
Virgil.
Discreet.
I would like to ask a few things of mainly I want to see if there's a vending machine nearby I can use.
There wasn't anything in the store, but from the brief scouting of the festival, there is a vending machine kind of like in the alleyway a bit.
Okay, so we didn't necessarily establish the logic behind certain aspects of this, but I'd like to think you can kind of put two and two together with what I'm kind of saying, and if not, I can elaborate.
Oh, no, I know, I knew immediately. I forgot
No,
the...
so basically,
yeah.
No, so fundamentally, I'm just gonna I'm going to find one, and then discreetly, I'm going to tap the side of of a vending machine twice, just like tip tip, and then I'm gonna put like way too much money into the machine, like maybe like $10-ish or so, and I'm just like, can I get like a telescopic lens for my phone and like a cloth face mask, like a COVID type one?
Yeah. Don't worry, I got him. Lol. I forgot to fucking illustrate him.
It's fine. Just imagine there's like a weird like little
the vending machine man.
It's just like just
The
imagine like
man
I'm just
who
imagine
lives
like
inside the vending machine and gives you your soda when you give him $1.
yeah, just like I imagine he's just kind of like a creepy little dude, and like a can pops out with like the things that I need inside of it.
You have your own Majima, but like he's like a familiar.
Something like that.
I
just an
also have not played
acquaintance.
Yakuza. I just know that he comes out of like
Mhm.
random places.
I'm under the impression the Majima Everywhere system works with him trying to kill you everywhere.
Yeah,
Also, if
didn't
I was
play-
to
He's
ask
happy with the knife.
Oh, also, a little bit of information that you could maybe include in the can. I know we know the guy that we're looking for, but if there's any other like people of interest in this guy's retinue, you think you can maybe include like some descriptors or like a picture of him if you can manage that.
The script is a who? This is a DM asking a double check.
Oh yeah, just like if there's anybody other than the guy that we like know of as the Omni Gosling, if there's any like important people in his like retinue that we would need to worry about, like if there was like an identifying factor for that guy, just like something small to go off of, basically.
He does tell you that I don't think he has any I didn't find any security. If you're curious about that.
Okay, he's pretty exposed. Good.
Uh,
And it's gonna be by the Ferris wheels, what I'm understanding. Yeah.
Actually, there'll be about a Ferris wheel, and there'll be some shots further past the courthouse by some of the various
Alright.
rides.
All right, I'll let him know. Thanks.
No problem. Lol.
And I just like to imagine that, like, you know, like how sometimes there's like kind of like an exhaust port at the back of like various vending machines and stuff. He just kind of like swips up into that sort of.
You hear the machine like crock. You see like the machine close, and you're greeted with the bright lights of the vending machine, the front gulp label on the can.
The World of
Yeah, no,
Darkness
so I
is a
just, like-
fantastic play.
So yeah, I just kind of like, rather than like cracking open the can, I just kind of like pop off the top like it's a secret compartment, and I get the telescopic lens for my phone, and I get the mask and stuff.
Items obtained.
That should do. Now let's see about maybe I should see about getting a ticket for that Ferris wheel if that's how that works. You know, I should have asked him for the. You know, it's not that big a deal. I'm sure it's like dollar, if anything. Oh right, hold on a second. I pull out my walkie-talkie. I got a little bit of information from a friend of mine. They're also going to be taking some shots near the courthouse, so we'll have at least 2 chances to get a look at him, or deal with him, I guess.
Oh wait, sorry. I was actually typing up some stuff. What was going on? What did you get?
Hold on a second.
Something about the Ferris wheel?
Oh, yeah. So, I basically I got a little bit of information outside of like when they're going to be shooting at the Ferris wheel. There's also going to be some shots later on near the courthouse that they're going to be taking. So if we don't get the, if we can't take him out at the Ferris wheel, we have a second shot.
Oh, interesting. Roby, you said Zach was going to like contact somebody that he knew to get something?
Oh yeah, he already did. He texted them.
Oh, okay.
In secret.
Oh, right. One other thing. No prominent security, so we're probably fine on that front. We can probably get like a clean shot at him.
Oh, nice. But the question is, do we want to do it during the festival, or do we want to try to damage the festival, get it called off, and then try to contact him about the whole book thing, and then ambush him?
I mean, if we want to get the festival canceled, we already have like a couple steps towards an alternative solution. We have a bunch of fireworks. At least one of us has some kind of communication device. It might freak out a bunch of people, but we could just call something in to the police.
You see, the reason. So I wanted to talk about this because, I feel like we might be getting fireworks for different reasons. Mine was to cover up gunshots.
No. I know that was your intention. I'm saying if there was a plan B that we could use with what sounds like a shitload of explosives, we could absolutely do that instead. But if that's your main modus operandi, I'm not going to stop you.
Also, I feel like the energy that I'm bringing is I'm going to say some shit that's going to get someone to get away with a fucking crime.
I actually didn't know what you were getting the fireworks for, but I assume that most people were on the killing him idea. But I was also on the idea of, well, it's going to be a crowded area. And so police are a thing to worry about. So we have to be careful whenever it comes to terrorism.
The idea would be if I'm going to take a shot, I'm going to coordinate a firework with it.
I suppose also if we do manage to fuck it up somehow, a double alternative method is if we just set off a shitload of the extra fireworks you have, we could just yell fire and there would actually be a fire, and that would get everybody into a kind of a panic. What I'm saying is that we have options. We can stick with whatever you got in mind right now, though.
What if we set the abandoned building on fire?
We could do that too.
We could do that.
Sorry, just to clarify, is everyone in the same room, or are me and or is that
walkie-talkies
right now?
Okay.
Oh, I thought that me, Seven, and Steph were in the same general huddle. I figured Zach was off somewhere.
What weren't you, Bone? You and I were in the Walmart. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Steph and Seven and me were in the Walmart.
No, it's okay. So here's Zach, Virgil, Walmart. Seven, either a fireworks store or a fireworks aisle. I don't really know where. Steph was actually going into the festival area itself to go to the vending machine person.
Okay, so Steph is in a completely different location. And I assume that we have found a secluded area to talk about terrorism. Okay, so my thought is that we, if we can ambush him, get him into a secluded area, maybe using the book deal as a lure, we could even get more information out of him. Perhaps he has cohorts.
Is there anything useful I can do?
Be backup.
Well, I do have a few Roman candles being delivered to the bus right now.
You're an extra pair of hands. That's always useful. So I will leave it up to the group whenever we huddle together and plan out the
Oh.
idea.
Right. I'd also like to make like a little bit of investigation to like pick up on like if Mr. Omni Gosling has like a specific location that he plans on setting up or like kind of like talking in front of the crowd at. If that's a possibility.
Oh, you're at the festival, right?
I'm at the
festival?
fair, yeah.
Okay, I'm also gonna ask Steph to look for any like machinery for like security at all.
That as well, I suppose.
When it comes to like that, I think you would roll like. Try to think of like what you would roll there to get an idea of if the. Before I would say before you roll anything, you do hear like talks that like the director, of maybe like the director being somewhere here. Oh.
Okay, so he might already be here.
No, the director will be here at the time of shooting.
Okay.
I would say like investigation is probably the default rule for this kind of thing.
And I would say to get the more specific time and like a more specific like location of where he's going to start his start his little route at. I would say it would be an investigation plus I would say almost like wits if you're eavesdropping. Difficulty 4.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. That's. Let me go ahead and write those down into the thing. Because I do get. I have 4 because I have 2 in wits and 2 in investigation. So 5, 3, 4, and a 9. I believe that's a failure.
Yeah, that would be a failure.
All right, so nothing to go off of there.
Yeah, you don't really hear much here. That's the festival music. We ain't partying yet.
I don't think that we're in the fucking Masters church right now.
Yeah. So God damn, this playlist is really betraying me today. It's like, oh, what the fuck does loop mean? We're just gonna skip you to the next video after this playlist. Fuck you. There's no loop.
You said the shuffle, didn't you?
I said the shuffle and loop.
Oh.
But I'll say before I go and fix that, I'll just say you hear a bit of like, oh yeah, the director's gonna be like around this part. Or the director should be like here when we start filming and whatnot.
Alright, so like what part specifically are they talking about when you say that? Or is it just like, oh yeah, they're around here, like where am I at right now?
You're kinda like near like the tent. Kinda like behind you is the Ferris wheel.
Okay.
So they're like, no mirror, he'll be around here. Just vague tidbits. You don't hear a specific location, and they go to say the time, but like you hear like honking in the distance, and that cuts them off before they can say the time, so you do not catch that.
Okay, well that rules out the motion sensors. Those would be a little bit easier to do. Can I just like put together like a little camera that I can use to keep an eye out for like a couple of minutes when the festival starts properly? Or anything a little bit more advanced than what I got?
You can so you can put together your camera. However, that's with the I will say for this camera, you might want to use the improvise. Hang on, let me go to the edges. You might need to tap into your edge for this one.
Improvised gear, speed crafting, specialization, and frugal.
Yeah. I would say intelligence plus craft craft or technology. Difficulty 4 is that you make the camera.
Okay. That's cool. I got 6 done, yeah.
Alright. We're gonna turn off the CG previews, and I'm gonna show you guys, but not the viewers, my YouTube page again, because it did this to me again. Start. No, we'll hit loop playlist, shuffle playlist. We're just gonna hit hit the mini player. We're gonna hit F11. We're gonna go to OBS and play it again. Alright, cool, we're back. So anyhow.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna cut it. I got a 10, a 1, a 1, a 2, a 4, and a 4.
You got a critical one? There was a specific ruling, but I genuinely forgot what it was.
Wasn't it just that it's like a crit counts for 2 successes at least?
Yeah.
But you got like
But that's
two-
not
you got
that's not
crit
really
fail.
gonna matter much. Yeah.
You have a camera. Okay, so you know what, I'll say this. You make the camera, it's all tiny and compact, but the flash is on and it won't turn off.
What? So it's just like a permanent light? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's permanent. It's a camera with the flash permanently on.
This is about as useful as a cop's body cam. Ugh. I just kind of take it and stamp it on the ground. I'll just keep an eye out from the Ferris wheel then. Shit.
You see the flash as you stomp on it. The light from the flash kind of like flicker a bit before it goes out.
Can you like
Not
just
on my
destroy
fucking
the
game
light?
today.
Can you just destroy the light?
You got a point, but I already broke it.
I'm not even saying that in character. I was just like, can you just broken thing?
I
Oh,
mean,
by
as
the
much
way,
as I hate to, I feel like that would kind of usurp the purpose of the ruling if I was like, well, I can just do this and it becomes useful. Like, yeah, no.
By the way, AC has the care package that I ordered arrived at the bus.
I will say it has. But before it does, I will say I was gonna be mean, but I'm not gonna be mean. I'm not going to have a random person in the crowd have an attack of epilepsy due to the flashing light you just created.
So
We're gonna scrap that. The care package has arrived at the bus.
So are we meeting back up at the bus, or does anybody else have any things they want to get out? Because I have a bit of a plan.
Oh, yeah, Zach has also purchased duct tape.
I guess one thing I will ask is, Dr. Arkham's been rather silent. Do you have any thing that you would want to add before we gather?
I'm gonna try and spend what time I have researching the Unseelie. What would I roll for that?
Alright, let me go back to Edges again. You're using your library. It's, you're using who they are?
How to halt them.
How to halt them. Alright. I'll make this a difficulty, probably 4, but it is a resolve plus academics, to tap into your, edge. The research this with the word unseelie.
And you said difficulty 4?
Yes.
Alright then.
Let me actually put this back to the map. It'd be kind of weird to stare at the Karen when we have long passed her.
Karen is no longer here.
Karen abolished.
There we go.
That bitch out of here.
Now, can I re-roll the failures on this one?
Yes, however, you will spend, that will cost a willpower, to re-roll your failures.
Now, I do have a 10 in there.
You do have a 10 in there. That's a 8, 10, 7. I'd say that counts. So, you're finding it. I'll look into it. So you're flipping through the pages. It seems all confusing at first. It takes a little bit more time. But, finally, you kind of put it together. You realize what you are dealing with is something that is known as a changeling. An unseelie changeling. Veg details about them, about how they're related to Fae and creatures like that. Another thing that you also kind of learn is a little book label thing. That seems to be called Rhapsody in your old book. And the book of Rhapsody,
Rhapsody?
a technique, a forbidden technique in the world of Fae, where one can generate by burning out a human's creative potential. And that is what you see. And how to halt them?
Yes.
Alrighty, let me go back to edges. How to halt them. Hold on. Since they're natural. You also, in addition to the clues obtained, any attempts to ward or otherwise protect an area or person from the prey receive a bonus. This bonus can be equal to the margin of the edge test. So because it was a 4, you can, you have a bone anytime that Mr. Anderson goes to do something and you are making a roll to protect someone from that thing, you have like a 4 dice bonus to that.
Sounds dope.
Well, actually, it can only be used once and it cannot be greater than 3 dice. However, and cannot be applied to direct attacks. So, any preventative measures, you can get 3 bonus dice. To Mr. Anderson. I'll fluff that out as you also kind of looked into like Anderson's like professional history on top of your book research.
What is his general genre that his oeuvre presents?
Of his changeling type or whatnot.
No. I mean, what sort of is the body of his work? What sort of art is he doing?
He is a publisher. Well, he works for a publishing company. He works to make sure that artists get their artwork more out there and more exposed to the world. He has done.
He's a promoter.
He's a promoter.
Is there any particular focus of his work? Is it? If I had to guess, it seems fiction.
It's mostly like various fiction and non-fiction. He does books, however, like after you find something about the company making a big announcement that they're going to do movies for the first time. So this movie thing in the Fall Festival is like the very first of its kind.
A new development. Interesting. I'm gonna relay that information by walkie to the others.
And you do that, and now they have the information I have explained to y'all. Now it's obtained. Sim scouted out the area. 7 got the supplies, and everybody seems to have done their thing that they've wanted to do before they do their big meetup. So the meetup back at the bus, I'll say that you guys call the bus driver on the walkie-talkie, and he drives to a location. And he just kind of drives to and you all gather in front of like a street. You see the bus driving in from there. And then the door opens. It's like, well, alright lads, it seems you're impressed and ready and all that. Come on in.
So I am ready to do a plan, but I still want to be able to do a little infiltration a bit later. I assume I still have time to do plan and infiltration?
Yeah, and also I will say, when time progresses, you guys will be able to still infiltrate, and you may even be able to see stuff once it's set up.
Alright. Alright, so in that case, if I may give my plan, is there anything else to bring up?
Your plans?
Yeah, I just want to make sure like the bus driver didn't have anything extra to say.
Everybody said everything. This is your shot.
Okay.
Oh, here you go.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, if you have a plan, does anybody like? Do we all have like individual plans that we're going to be taking care of, or is it
I
just
was gonna
like?
say, have we identified any weaknesses or
Well-
like actually made a plan? What were the weaknesses we identified?
I feel like that's what we were like about to go over, and we would each pitch our
Okay.
plan.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna go
Well,
over
if we have
inside of the
well, I mean-
bus.
Well, if there's one thing that I could mention really quickly, from based on what my contact said, he doesn't really have like, a distinct security detail. We want to get up close and personal to him at the very least. While he is a public figure, if we can find a moment when he's like not in the guy, then that's a good chance to take a shot. Both,
So-
like thoroughly and
Dude.
metaphorically.
But is there any way we could like force him into a private situation?
Well, I actually had a part of that as part of my plan. So
Go on.
I had a thought of
By all
I
means.
plant the fireworks into the tents. We set them off, causing, well, fire. We put the fireworks in other places too. And there was the mention of burning the abandoned building. However, then we won't be able to use it as a vantage point. So that's something to consider.
Is there
I
any
was thinking, in the panic, in the noise and the cacophony, I can show up, or one of us can show up and grab the director and tell him that I can take him to a safe place. We then bring him into the bus in the confusion. We then drive off, and we zip tie him, we tape him up, and then we interrogate him.
Do we have any guarantee he's gonna be in the
Not to-
tents?
He doesn't need to be in the tents. We just need to know where he is. The whole point is that we burn the tents and cause a panic, cause a lot of noise. We can also burn other places too, if we can set up some explosives. I'm sure, Steph, you can create some fuses, something that can set off the fireworks at a distance.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely. I have it's
Some
like a
triggering
super
scenarios?
rudimentary phone app I made a while ago, but like I have that, and I have some Arduinos that are up to it. Like you can just trigger anything if I just like hook up a certain wire to a certain something. But you know, you just gotta have the stuff. Unfortunately, bombs aren't really my forte.
Well, that's
Fair.
what the fireworks are for. That we don't need bombs. We just need to
Mhm.
burn the tents with the fireworks. On top of, if we can put some fuel onto the tents, that might help.
Is there anything specific you need?
I'd rather not burn down a city street if we don't have to.
It's just the tents. I don't think anything else is gonna cause issues.
Well, quite a little arsonist I've recruited.
Can we see
We're
the
not exactly
map
the
again?
anarchs.
Can we see the map again? I'm curious how
Uh,
like, close those tents are to anything else that would burn.
Elsa would burn? Oh. Frozen getting kind of wild. Anyway, yeah,
Alright, so-
it's literally next to the Ferris wheel, not to mention next to some trees.
There are trees. I don't think like it's going to inherently burn down the building. We're gonna get the firemen will show up in probably like 3 minutes. So it would be important that we would be able to grab the
Are these wood rides or metal rides?
The Ferris
I hope they're metal.
wheel is
Ferris wheels are
metal.
usually metal. Yeah,
A lot of them are metal.
I'm not sure I've
Uh,
seen a wooden one.
On the opposite end of the area, there is a wooden setup structure. It's the mirror maze.
So I'm thinking we can burn the tents. We can set up some fireworks in some other areas. I don't think the fireworks will be powerful enough to actually destroy a building. I don't think that they explode, but they're not like bombs.
Now, if I might, I'm not necessarily saying that channeling our inner Unabomber isn't the best idea, but I was thinking of that as a strong plan B. Now, admittedly, I don't really have the execution in mind that you do. I mean, I'm still kind of trying to figure out a plan in my mind. at the very least, my main thought is that there's a Ferris wheel. He's going to be around the general area featuring the Ferris wheel, and from what I understand, he's also going to be shooting at some place around the courthouse as well. So at the very least, we have a couple different locations that we could kind of hit him from. I just think the problem is that we're going about this in a way where we're going to be creating a lot of panic, a lot of strange opportunities, and like who knows who else could get involved if we're like trying to herd people into specific locations. Not to
Very
mention, if we
true.
get caught, it's going to look way worse.
So
I think we need to
that's-
think about doing this more quietly than loudly.
Well, that is one of the things I was thinking about, is because if we just whack him in the middle of the street, that's going to cause quite a panic. And not only are we're going to be dealing with cops then, and I would rather not. So if there's other ideas of stealthily removing him from the scenario without any of the
I mean, the
possibilities of the harm he could do to the crowd, feel free to bring them up.
Well, the problem is that either way, even if we, just because we start burning things, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the firefighters that show up. If there's any indicator of arson, which there's going to be, fireworks leave stuff behind. They don't just burn up along with everything else. We're still going to be dealing with the cops. Is the problem?
Maybe, but
What
it could also
but
look like a
if-
freak accident because it's a festival. Festivals have fireworks.
What if we just told him someone needed to talk to him and then lead him somewhere and jump him?
Well, why
There's
would
that-
he?
There's that mirror maze.
Like the
that he
fucking fire
mentioned.
marshal says his shit's a fire hazard or something.
Well, then one of us would need to disguise ourselves as somebody important, because otherwise a random person going up to him will likely not be able to bring him anywhere.
Hmm.
We could dress up as a cop, but I don't know how easily he would see through that. He knows my face.
What if?
Is it clear what
I
the
mean,
nature
okay,
is
so-
of what's being filmed?
It's a adaptation of the book.
It's a romance segment that has a bit of tragedy to it. And that's
Did
Oh,
any
like
of
a
us
movie,
read the
okay.
book?
nobody's had access to the book, remember? It was like vaulted off.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
right, right, right.
unpublished.
Hmm.
So, if anybody can think of any quiet way to grab him, feel free to bring it to the group.
Well, I got duct tape
So-
here, but
Well, we need to get him
hold on a
isolated.
second. Let's kind of bring it back a little bit. So, to my understanding, there's a mirror maze at some point and place down the line. Now, of course, we do have a couple different avenues that we can use to, take care of this in a more obvious way. But I'm thinking the real solution here is that, because so I have my whole hypothesis about the thing where it's like, he's stealing people's creativity and all that stuff. Part of me is imagining this as a kind of like curse breaking scenario where like we get him and then everybody's creativity just starts flowing back into their bodies and all that stuff. So if we could take him out, that nixes the problem with all cameras everywhere and all that fun business, and all the footage that he's taking. My thought is we have somebody who is an influencer in our group. I mean, not anymore.
Right.
I'm not actually sure what exactly.
my channel's still active.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that like you have the aura of an influencer, I guess the word might be. Like a regular. I don't feel like coming up with an analogy for this right now. What I'm saying is he got spunk or something along those lines. What I'm thinking is that if this guy is vain, which I mean, he's a film producer, he's probably a little bit full of himself. If you can convince him to like step away for something or another, or like give kind of suggestion, we could probably lure him into somewhere a bit quieter. And like if people are in the middle of filming and there's a chance that they can be extras in a film, they're not going to be in somewhere that's kind of cordoned off and sort of away from everything else, like say a hall of mirrors. Now once we get him in there, we do our business. We can maybe use the fireworks as a distraction, and then he just kind of burns in the place, and then like how will anybody know what happened to him? And then my immediate thought is that once he's dead, we can get out of Dodge. Unless you guys like really want to check out his mansion after we're done.
So, wait, what's this about a Hall of Mirrors? Like, sorry, I think I missed that part.
I dropped
Oh,
the fact
man.
that there was a mirror maze that had wooden foundation that's on the other side.
Mhm.
Just to
Hmm,
say that there
yes.
is one wooden part of it.
So you want me to?
Mhm.
We
get an
could.
interview with him or something? Like, say, stream?
The one issue I can see with that is he'll probably be busy. And he might, even if he is vain, he might not want to deal with a random person from the internet trying to get an interview with him.
I mean, I don't know how excited can you pretend to be seeing this guy?
You could pretend to be a reviewer, I guess, or
No, I'm already pretty known after my incident, so.
Well, I mean,
No.
like, just say like branching out in the new content or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds easy enough, yeah.
So my main thought is if we could, so that's one. What I'm thinking of is that we can have a couple different kind of plans depending on whether or not things turn south. And Scorched Earth should be like our last end scenario, So, influencer or whomever. I mean, I guess I did have kind of a cover story about doing an interview with him at some point or another, but I'm not sure how much that's going to hold up anymore because I just kind of left suddenly.
Wasn't that something I was pretending to do?
We were a bit of no, you were pretending to be the guy who was putting out my fucking smut. No, I mean like I
actually didn't know it was smut.
Interviewer. It's a little bit smutty, it takes a minute. It's like, it's like perfect book talk content, Not my finest work, but it's definitely something.
So one thing I worry about the fireworks being Plan B is that no matter what with our current plans, after the panic starts, we'll have the other options locked off. So the only Plan B I can see is trying to intercept him if he escapes during the panic. We would have to take a guess on where he's going. He might go to the mansion.
True. So, well, okay, so we've all got our walkie-talkies. I'm not sure if anybody else has any particular ideas with this kind of scenario, but if we can manage to convince him to move over to somewhere secluded like that particular Hall of Mirrors or anything like that, we could have a couple people stationed there, have a couple people stationed at like a fireworks sort of, IED type scenario. Not literally, well, I mean, fireworks are a kind of improvised explosive device, depending on how you use them. But that's neither hither nor thither. Now, so have some people set up there. Have somebody as a lookout, maybe on the Ferris wheel. I got a little telescopic lens for like cell phones, if anybody wants to use that to kind of keep track of the guy. Or I could just do that. I'm not entirely sure. But what I'm saying is we have a couple
telescopic lens for a cell phone.
Yeah, like a camera lens.
A hard zoom function.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you had like a scope on your camera.
I mean, kind of, yeah. Like it is just sort of a scope.
How big
but
is
like,
it?
I mean, well, it's relatively inconspicuous. It's kind of like it's like a monocular a little bit. Like, it fits in your hands and it kind of like you can kind of zip it in and zip it out.
I did not know these were things.
Yeah.
Anyway, continuing on with the plan.
Okay, so we have a lot of different ideas. How do you think we should what's the? I guess the better question is now what's the order of operations? Or does anybody else have any other better ideas? There are no wrong answers.
I was going to throw in a suggestion. If we're going to try to trick him with a new person, I'm pretty sure this Omni Gosling has not met Arkham yet.
Lucky me, I'm a man who has lived a long and interesting life. Optioning some film rights for my rather intriguing lifestyle might be something I might be worthy of letting him know about. Who knows, if I could get the right kind of guy on my books, I could be the next Stephen King.
So, you're thinking of maybe doing an interview with him. Sorry, was that what you were saying?
I mean, that sounds like a good way to set it up. But the question is, how do we say I want to have an interview in a Hall of Mirrors?
Well, one idea we can do is... so, is he going to show up, and immediately start filming? Or is there going to be, some downtime, or do we not know, AC?
What's the liquidity of our time at this point?
I would say like the festival starts at like 7, and from what you know, he'll probably start shortly. He'll probably be like 30 minutes after it starts. So there's a very brief window of the festival happening and no filming.
So, if we can get Noir to, not Noir, if we can get Dr. Arkham to pretend to want to get an interview for possibly some sort of biography, then we can tell him to take him to we can tell him to move to a secluded area that's less noisy, and he can go into the bus. And we can bring the bus nearby, and he can do the interview there. And then we bag him.
One additional thought is that, you know, if Arkham or Seven or whomever is going to be talking, not Seven, no, my mistake, no, you don't want to have interviews with anybody, really, as far as I can tell. But if Zach or Arkham goes up and talks to this guy, and we can maybe have somebody following behind them who's willing to say, you know, because like this, we've established based off like previous experience, this guy's probably, despite being like a magical entity of sorts, he's probably kind of fragile. You know, so like if we, you know, stick a gun to his back we do it in like a private, it could be in a crowded area, but so long as you like, you know, whisper in his ear, make it seem like you're not gonna kill him if he gives you something, we can probably drag him away wherever without it being super suspicious.
So, the one thing I am worried about is leaving a body.
Well, we won't leave the body, I think. We'd probably need to take it with us.
Well, the idea is transporting a body.
I got a duffel bag. I can just empty it out. We can use it then.
Well, I'm worried that we might get blood on us, and that might seem conspicuous, but we will do what we have to do. But this is why I like the idea of bagging him inside of the bus.
I mean, hey, for all we know, he's gonna have like fucking pink ass cotton candy blood.
For all we know,
we
don't know.
He might even not even register as blood. I know. I'm just trying to lighten the mood here. We're talking about bagging up and killing a guy and stabbing him and lighting a bunch of places on fire. I'm just silly. What can I say?
So Seven, you were gonna say something?
I was going to offer the fact that one, I was going to be willing to go with Arkham there, because I can probably pretty much get a gun to his back.
You got a notepad?
On me right now? No.
Oh, by the way, Seven.
Oh, here. He reaches into a pocket and hands him a little memo pad. There you go. You're my assistant.
By the way, Seven, you might want to change up your wardrobe. Remember that weird lady that was looking for you that I met at the Walmart? She might still be in town.
Fair point. Actually, here.
Oh, I mean, I got this COVID mask. I'm not sure if how much it'll obscure your face. You could probably use it.
So,
she was looking for him based on clothes.
Right, yeah.
This is why I packed
weird
thing,
thing though.
and Seven is going to go into his duffel bag and pull out the blonde wig.
How short of a wig? What style of hair is this wig?
Does it look like a Raiden wig? Like, you didn't play Metal Gear Solid, did you?
In fact, I've only played Rising.
Okay,
I mean, Rising also had wigs.
Do you have wigs?
That's not human, right? Like, how do we know stabbing him is gonna work?
Okay, this is the hair. I just picked the first image on Google.
Didn't the bus driver say that he could be taken out physically?
I don't know, more or less. I think I'd have to go double.
More or less mean.
I don't know. I'm not the. This is the one field. It's unfortunate. The first job is the one I'm the most unfamiliar with.
I'm gonna take that as long as we do excessive violence. It'll be fine.
Hey, does anyone have any colored markers or Sharpies?
In character or real life?
In character.
Do I look like a fucking 10-year-old to you?
I mean, Steph is an office worker. She might.
I mean, I got a highlighter in my bag if you want that.
What color is it?
I got green, yellow, and purple.
I'll take the purple.
It's one. All right, cool. I hand him one of those like multicolored tip highlighter pens where it's just there's all three of them are on the same one. It didn't really matter which one you asked for.
So Seven's gonna take off his shirt, his shirt entirely, and the scarf. He's going to put on the wig, and he's going to then shittily draw "surfing is my life" and then draw a shitty surfboard surfing on a wave on his chest and stomach.
Are you sure this won't be conspicuous?
It's the best I can think of. You're gonna have to go with it.
I thought he was gonna go for a birthmark.
I like when you draw some on your shirt.
I don't know, looks like a birthmark too.
Oh,
I can. So you guys may not know this about me, but I can bust out a very convincing Californian surf dude impression.
Really?
Try me.
Tubular.
Hey, yo, man, did you catch that wave last week? Oh man, that shit was gnarly.
Okay, damn.
Yes, officer, it was this man with this really weird highlighter shirt and surfer accent. You know what? Fair enough. Anyway, so, something else we can do. If we can get a service vest for the dog, we can make Dr. Arkham look very sympathetic. Old man trying to get an interview, no offense, with a service dog. It would warm my heart.
as they're talking about this, you hear a quick footsteps in the bus driver really quickly, after he had also learned about Arkham's notes on what it was. Technology! He just shouts.
You good, sir?
About it.
Yeah?
I was only briefly jump
Tech-
scared by that.
Technology. Anything. It's a long story. They operate off of belief. We're not too dissimilar, but they operate off of belief and whatnot. And technology of any type is could be an X-starting point.
Changelings are weak to technology?
It's a long story. It's
also-
very similar to other things I'm much more familiar with. You go.
Yeah, I was just
So-
gonna say really quickly.
So
I like
wait.
to imagine that when the bus driver walks around, it's like Mr. Krabs scuttling around and fucking SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So when you say he's weak to technology, do you mean I should like beat him over the head with a laptop?
Is a gun technology? Is a sword technology?
I think
Well, I mean, like
a gun.
I mean, if I might, I kind of get, I
Yeah.
get where he's coming from a little bit because it's like when you think about it, this guy's perception changes entirely based around who's looking at it. So I mean, like if you were to take like a photo or like a video and just kind of like hold it up to him and just like like just kind of get him with that, I mean, like I feel like number one, it would be really obvious if everybody looked at him and thought he looked kind of different because then people kind of start pointing it out to each other. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Go ahead.
So, do we want to go with the plan of Dr. Arkham approaches him, asks him to do an interview in a secluded area. We move him near the bus. We bag him, and we take care of him. Should we have somebody looking over the area from the abandoned building? Tell us whenever he arrives, where he is, gives us the lay of the land. Or do we want to go with one of the other plans? We have to at some point.
Wants to go with the other one because we're already committed to it right now, but that's not important.
Wait, one of the other ones or the current one?
The meeting the guy with Arkham, and I'm his assistant.
All right. Should we have somebody follow behind stealthily?
Well, so say if Seven's gonna be the assistant, then we might need somebody else to be the proverbial trigger man in this scenario.
Maybe Jerry.
Maybe Seven
I mean,
should be the assistant and Seven shoot the gun.
Maybe that will work. Yeah, I can just leave the wig on, put it in a ponytail, and just wear a random shirt. Zach, do you have a spare shirt?
Me? Let me check.
Who here is good at sneaking?
Eh,
He knows my face. I would rather just stay in the bus and
Got
prepare
a
to
point
be.
in stealth.
I got some
I got
experience.
two-
Well, I have the same
I got
amount of
two-
experience. It's just
I got 2 points in stealth.
Zach, how good at
I
stealth
got
are you?
none points in stealth.
Let me check with my stealth. I have out of character. I have 2 points in stealth.
Actually,
Oh, you know what?
7.
I had another really stupid but equally exciting idea. I know how to hotwire cars. If this guy drives around in like a car that means a lot to him, that's a pretty good way to get him away from the location, right?
Wait, so are we carjacking?
No, sorry, that
him?
just kind of came to me. We can stick to the original plan, but that's just an idea I had.
So
I
I got
mean-
this shirt, and he just pulls out a fucking a smart brain T-shirt from Kamen Rider Fies.
So actually,
That'll work.
something we could do is if I could get that wig, and I can wear the scarf, I can hide my face pretty well, and I can hide in the crowd and follow along.
Do you also have 2 points in stealth?
I have 3.
Actually, then yeah, no, you're the best one to be the proverbial trigger man. All right.
Do I have anything else that could like help in stealth? I'll worry about that later. Anyway, so do we want to go with this plan?
Okay, so just making sure. All right, so 7.
Wait, can we bring up the
7
map
in
as we
Arkham.
lay this
Or is
out?
it- Mhm.
Alright. Festival map or the
fair.
whole?
Yeah, the festival.
Let's go over this one more time really quickly and just make sure we have roles and such for most anybody in this. So, presumptively, for a fact, going somewhere around the location of the Ferris wheel. That's one thing. The three main actors in this are, we have Virgil, who's going to be acting as the gunman, who's going to be hiding in the crowd and waiting in case things go south, or when we need to kind of push him away to somewhere and have him cooperate. 7 and Dr. Tim, or is it going to be Jerry and Dr. Tim going up? Did we establish which
or
one's
Zach
who's who?
and Dr. Tim.
Or Zach. Just somebody in Dr. Arkham going in.
Who's
I guess we can hash that
volunteering?
out
Who
as we're
would
heading
be...
to this.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we
I
should
can do
figure
it.
it out now.
I can do it.
Okay.
I think Zach
Alright.
would work well.
I'll be around. Shout if you need me.
Do you want to be in the van
Yeah, no,
or the bus in order
that's
to
the
be
par-
the extra muscle?
Yeah. That was the
Sure.
part I was going to. That was the part that I was going to ask on, because we do have a couple other individuals who don't necessarily have a piece in this puzzle. So, at the very least, we can have somebody who's on the lookout for the guy and kind of give you directions as to where he is and where he's going to be going.
Probably.
As I
7.
mentioned before. Yeah, as I mentioned before. Well, no, wait, is 7 going to be the one going then, or is he going to be the
Wait,
one
I thought I was the
being
gunman.
the lookout?
Well, yes, I think you were the Overwatch, weren't you?
I was supposed to be. I'm the gunman. I'm supposed to be like.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was me because I was high in stealth.
So yeah. Okay. Well then, never mind. Yeah, I'll take.
I
that.
was going to borrow your like wig and use the scarf to hide my face.
All right. It's fine.
Okay. So again, we have established that Virgil will be the stealth man. All right, stealth boy man. Now, who is the assistant?
Zach.
Zach. Okay.
Okay.
Now, who wants to be Overwatch? I can give you the phone lens so you can keep an eye out, and you're gonna have your walkie-talkie so you'll know where to go.
Well, that would be
Mm,
7. He's.
Yeah. Hand it over.
You also have a
Alright,
sniper,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That makes the most sense. Where do we want anybody to be positioned anywhere else? Do we have an idea of where we're going to be dragging this guy off to? Wherever the bus is located?
We could just put it somewhere in the parking, like in another parking spot, like maybe behind a building,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe just off the
What's the
map.
closest we can park to the Ferris wheel?
Can we park
Functionally.
off the map?
You can park outside of this map.
Like,
Yeah.
I imagine just like 2
Mhm.
buildings down.
2 buildings down, yeah.
Because as you can see, there's 2 different places there's 2 different roads we can take him down. Here and here, and I say point to like the 2 roads that kind of leave off the map a little bit. I can imagine that like that's probably where like the least dense amount of people are going to be, because you know they're probably going to be centered around the fair, and that kind of stuff. So we could have somebody positioned at one space and one to another if he decides to make a detour. It was kind of like a flex, so to speak. The only thing is, well, other than that, we probably want somebody on the bus already, so that way we can have more than one person tackling him, or anybody who doesn't have like a strict role already can just like wait there to jump his ass when we get him in the van, effectively. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it can work. What will you be doing?
See, now that's the part, because initially my main thought was that I was going to be Overwatch, but like we said, Seven's the one with the sniper rifle, so he's probably better for the job than me. I could try to find
you
his
want
car
to
and
just-
not wire it.
You could try that, or do you want to just be in the bus and be extra muscle?
I mean, proverbial muscle. I mean, yeah, no, like okay,
You
sorry,
can
like,
hold. You can
that's
use the zip tie.
That's my word of the day. I can zip tie him. I can hold the knife. Sure, whatever gets the job going.
Sounds good. And I'm going to hand Dr. Arkham my glasses, because just for some extra disguise. I believe that they also are going to be wearing like the COVID face mask or something.
Is this just a regular blank mask, or is it like a themed one?
Oh, the COVID mask? No, it's just a black. It's just like a black like cloth mask.
All right, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, shall we execute the plan then?
I'm down. Sure. So I'll be with Dr. Tim, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, no complaints.
I will add on that Seven will keep, in fact, on the shirt and is going to take off the beanie, but that's pretty much it.
Oh wait, actually, do we want anybody prepared to set up the fireworks in case it goes south?
I was actually thinking that. I could probably do that ahead of time.
Already the gun guy.
Hmm.
Well,
But,
I mean, if you can get the fireworks position there, I have a doohickey that I can make where I can just like wire it up to the thing and it'll like cause a little spark and it'll just light up the fireworks.
You should
Sure.
probably give that to Seven then.
Well, I mean, yeah. So here, I don't know. Like, this is just like a relatively small thing. It'll literally just be a trigger for the fire. So I don't know if you want me to make like.
You know what?
This one
time I'll look the other way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is just a particularly small thing. Okay. So I guess I'm giving this to you, Seven. All right. So if you're gonna be setting this up, basically just all you gotta do. This is a little wire. This is the Arduino that I mentioned before. Literally, all it does is that it's going to supply a little bit too much power to the end of this wire, and it will spark. And then that'll be strong enough to set off the fireworks. All I gotta do is just wrap it around like the bundle of fireworks, and then I'm gonna put an app on your phone that I made that's wired to that thing. And then you just press a button, lights up. It'll probably go off like 10 seconds after that.
I don't have a phone.
Do you have
You can just give him a
anything
phone.
at all? I can just give you my phone. That's actually probably a better idea. Because I'm going to be on the bus. You guys are going to know where I am.
The only type of phone that I have is several Nokia phones that are essentially made to be bricked at like certain points.
So I'm gonna suggest Steph give you her phone.
I will give you my phone. Do not buy anything on the App Store. My credit card is tied to that. And if I see anything new on there, I will know.
Why do you have it on your phone?
How else am I going to buy stuff on my phone?
You buy stuff on your phone?
A lot of people buying
Yeah.
stuff on their phone. It's not that weird.
It feels very trackable.
It is, yeah. That's how they get it to you.
I'm sorry, I don't live in a 2003 fucking. God, I read a book in college about a guy who just decided to like live in the woods all the time.
So Virgil's gonna
You're that.
I
so
don't live in the woods.
Virgil's gonna
I don't
make
even
up
have a home.
Virgil's gonna make up a cover story about how he's if he gets caught, he's just gonna say that he's preparing the fireworks, just stashing them here in these tents for the big celebration. He's also still wearing the wig and shirt.
And Zach's just gonna have a like a clipboard out, and he's just gonna be walking with Tim. I mean Arkham.
Oh, so double check. How many do all of you have like easily concealable firearms? You know, like this.
I only
You have a
don't
gun with no bullets.
I have a
I got
pistol.
I got a hunting knife and a battle axe.
Can I just
I
give
also
Jerry
have
some
brass
bullets?
knuckles. I also have those. Probably when I use.
You just need something that won't draw a lot of attention that you can ideally harm the guy with.
I
Should
feel
it
like
push
brass
come to
knuckles
shove.
are gonna draw less attention than a gun.
That's
Not unless the
probably
guy
a good
screams.
idea.
Not unless the guy screams.
Gunshots are pretty loud.
Screaming is also loud. But I'm going to give Jerry some bullets.
No,
He now has a gun that can be loaded.
So
The main idea, though, is that we won't need to use the gun. And I also have a knife. So,
Like, remember
should
when we
I
are
do like?
threatening this guy?
Huh?
Oh, sorry, just one last thing. We're just like as a kind of a general reminder, when we are threatening this guy, make it clear that we want something from him. You could just make some shit up. It doesn't like matter. Like you want money or whatever.
I want
Just make sure that like if you make it seem like he can get out of this, it'll probably be more cooperative.
That's the idea. Anyway, so should I do some sort of like stealth check to see if I can just like put in like the fireworks, just set them up?
to see if you can set them up.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have been so you're gonna set them up at like the festival area?
Within like the tents and maybe like around some other buildings.
Yeah.
Just like maybe in a bush somewhere.
Oh, I would say that the bush will lower the difficulty. Tents will be like inside the tents themselves. I would say like 5. I would say putting them somewhere in like a bush would be like a 4.
May I argue it down just because you said there wasn't really security in these areas and I'm just kind of acting like I'm a part of the staff?
If it actually, yeah, difficulty 4.
Alright, I'm gonna try a difficulty 4, just to set some up in the tent, set one up in like a bush, just kind of like set it around the perimeter. Not in anywhere that would like hurt somebody or not around any flammable things. Like brick buildings aren't gonna be particularly flammable. So yeah, let me check. I gotta remember the dice roll. /H?
Yeah.
Alright, give me a hot second. Let's see. So what am I actually rolling with attributes and stealth?
Attributes, I would say that, because you're planting this somewhere, I would say it's almost, I would say, I could argue for either, like, intelligence or composure, because you're trying to, like, act normal when you go to the tent.
Alright.
So it'd be composure, plus...
Oh, wait. Can I try something to even lower this difficulty more?
What is it?
Can I do a type of manipulation check on anybody working here to act like I am just setting these up?
I will say yes. If you go out of your way to flag like somebody down at the tents and talk to them, it changes the manipulation.
Hey, bro, can you like help me out with this? I'm supposed to set up these fireworks.
That's I would say manipulation plus subterfuge because you were lying to the guy.
Okay. manipulation plus subterfuge. Yeah, let's do that. So, what is this, difficulty 4?
Yeah.
Alright, give me a second here. 5, 6, 7.
Ooh, alright.
Ooh, I did super good.
Alright.
Okay, so let's describe how this critical works. So, you're talking to him and say, "Oh, hey man, yeah, you're the pyrotechnics guy, right?" Apparently the pyrotechnics guy is somewhere, but conveniently looks like you with your wig. Like, conveniently looks just like you. And hell, he's like, "Do you want me to flag someone else down?" And he'll flag someone else down, and that other person will also immediately, instantly believe that you're the pyrotechnics guy too.
Cool, thanks, man. I'm just gonna store these in the tent, and we're gonna get them set up all around this perimeter.
Oh yeah, come here, actually. And like him and like another guy like help you like go, which tent you want to put them in? And he
We're just gonna store them all over, just get them in each one. Just help out for later. No, we're not setting them all up now. We're gonna set up the rest a bit later, so we'll just put them wherever.
Spread them out?
Yeah.
Alright, boys, put them in all the tents. And like you see like a couple people coming out of the other tents to go grab a piece of to grab the fireworks and putting each of them in different tents. The entire like staff team is moving to put them in.
Thanks, man. I couldn't have done it without you.
He just gives you a silent thumbs up as he's carrying off fireworks. Yeah. You have not only tricked him, you tricked the entire staff into thinking you're the pyrotechnics guy.
Hell yeah. And then, so how far from the, are we still a few hours away?
I would say you're like an hour away.
Alright, in that case, I'll probably just relay to everybody that I got the fireworks set up, all around the area. And leave it to 7 to go up to the roof, and then we'll just wait it out. I imagine that 7 will be looking out for the director. Everybody else will be kind of in their position.
Indubitably.
But I think we can advance time.
Alright. So, a little bit of time goes by, an hour, and you notice the sky goes dark, and the lights come on. And as they say, it is showtime. The festival is bright. There is tons of people going in and out. Cameras are set up in all sorts of various positions. Everyone's gathered around. The fireworks are all stored in every tent. The Ferris wheel is ready. And you hear people go get the camera set up, clear the crowd in this area. And you notice that the crowd's kind of diverting around a certain path. It's kind of they're kind of setting everything up. So, during the setup, what is the first move? What's the first chess piece that's gonna get moved?
I assume probably 7's going to go where Overwatch needs to be.
You head over there. The abandoned building, right? Or is that the sniper spot?
I thought it's near the abandoned building, right?
I think it's on the abandoned building.
It's on the abandoned building.
The abandoned building. Okay, yeah, then I'm heading there.
You head up there, and you get your stuff set up.
Oh, I figured he was already set up within the hour left.
You're set up fully. There's you also notice while you're kind of looking on Overwatch, a couple generators near the building. No, near the festival. They're just tiny little ones.
Right.
And as you're looking out, you can see all the camera placements.
Okay, so I can see all the security cameras Steph placed, or just
I thought you failed that.
No, the cameras that are set up for filming.
Alright.
as you're getting everything set up,
Is there any? Hold on. Actually, is there anything I can glean from the cameras that I see?
as I accidentally, there's a top down with them, but I accidentally put down too many cameras. But I will say, they're angled around the Ferris wheel. There's some angled by the courthouse, and there's one angled by another ride. There's
By
none
angled,
near the
you mean,
mirror
like,
maze.
they're facing. They would be capturing footage of the Ferris wheel, right?
Right.
Going towards it. Okay.
While the cameras at the courthouse are kind of facing like a building north of it. And yeah, those are the ideas you have for the camera. I will say, there. I meant to wait. Let me actually get it. There we go. Here's kind of like an idea of like the cameras, the difficulty numbers being like how it would be to hit them from the building.
Wait, sorry, you're talking about shooting the cameras? Am I correct?
Oh, no, like
No.
shooting anything within these ranges, or like
Oh, okay.
I meant to say like anything in the middle should be like a 3, outwards towards like the Ferris wheel, that's a 4, past the Ferris wheel it goes in the 5, and even further beyond that is a 6.
Is the top of the Ferris wheel still a 5?
Is the top of the Ferris wheel. Actually no, I meant to say whoops. But I meant to say the Ferris wheel is a difficulty 4, I meant to say. Anything within its range.
Okay.
The mirror maze, like the right outside of it is also in the 5 range, actually. And that's a range. Any other questions?
Nope. I should be good. I might ask about some more stuff later, but that's fine.
Alright. First chess piece moved. Seven's in position, looking over an Overwatch duty. Got a lay of the land down and all the camera placements. So, who is the next piece to move?
Would me and Arkham be moving together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dr. Arkham puts on an overcoat. His shoulders slump a little bit more. He's sort of kind of doing a little bit of a lean over a bit. He's sort of doing a slouch.
So you want me to just follow your lead, Doctor?
Yes, that's probably for the best, buddy. You just keep taking down everything you need to in your little book there.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna get.
Exactly, it's just that.
I'm gonna see what I can talk to about this guy. Get his word.
So, you're approaching, like, the Ferris wheel area. You're just kind of trying to find where Mr. Anderson would be stationed. The cameras are set up, but in the crowd, you don't quite see Mr. Anderson yet. However, you do see some staff shuffling around in the tents and whatnot. And coming in and out of it.
Dr. Arkham is gonna lean into one of these tents and look for someone who looks like they're in charge.
So you enter the tent.
Or someone who looks like they have power.
So you look into like the tent, and and you're just kind of looking around, and you don't really see anybody of note. but you do see somebody go to it's just like an average guy. He's like just kind of a maintenance worker. He's like, "Can I help you with something, sir?"
He slides a 50 into his hand. You know where the director might be? Keeping an eye out for him. I gotta ask him a few questions.
Oh, the director. She should be in talks with Mr. Anderson. I think it's around a tent further down.
Further down which way?
Further down, and he kind of left of this one.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, he palms him the 50.
Have a good day, sir.
You too. I think I'm going to.
You exit the tent, and before anybody can make a view, I'm turning off the CG previews on the stream again. This playlist is being a bit... this playlist is being a bitch for some reason.
Can I, while you're figuring this out, can I just put out that I would probably be like kind of shadowing this Arkham? Kind of like just walking in the distance, giving him an eyesight.
Wait, I'm with Dr. Arkham, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I now just remembered something I wanted to do, but it's probably too late. I wanted to look through the tents for any information, but it might be a bit too late to do that.
The party is going. So as Dr. Arkham and Zack are about to open the tent, which houses Mr. Anderson, Virgil, is there anything you're doing on your end?
I'm mainly just keeping him in eyesight, trying to see what he's doing, just looking like he's part of the crowd. And so I'm probably just going to be looking at what he's doing, and then just pass it off.
You see Dr. Arkham entering through the tent, and along with Zack also entering through the tent, and you kind of see a brief glimpse inside of, but you can't really make out who it is because Dr. Arkham and Zack are obscuring the front. But before
Could I do an awareness?
I would say it's not at this moment.
Oh damn. Oh.
As you're kind of seeing them enter, before you can do anything. So what is Steph doing at the moment?
I thought I was waiting in the car to deal with, the situation when he gets there, if he gets there.
Steph waits inside the vehicle, tense, waiting. And as Steph is
Sorry,
waiting...
May I ask something about... is she in the top deck or in the bottom one? Is she hiding in the top, or is she just kind of waiting in the bottom?
I mean, I imagine the top deck would give me a better view to, see if people are coming. I will say prior to this, basically just if you need... prior to this, if you need backup, just, tap the on thing for the radio twice, and if I don't hear anything, then I'll just rush out and do something if I need to do something.
So you wait in anticipation, waiting for your plan. As we cut to Jerry, so Jerry, what is the move on you at the moment?
So I'm not waiting with Steph.
I
think the plan was for me to be extra muscle if needed, right? I think I was kind of milling around.
I thought you were also on the bus.
Yeah, am I also on the bus?
I think you're also on the bus.
I think that was the intention.
My bad.
I mean, we could also just be, milling around the general area. We don't really have a strict role. We can just kind of pop in if we need to.
I was just saying, you both are sitting in the bus, waiting in anticipation. Unsure, waiting to see if the target has been seen or spotted yet. And right before you breathe your first breath, as it is a tense atmosphere, Dr. Arkham and Zack open the tent entrance and they come through. And they see the director, Sheila Watson, having a conversation with Ken Anderson. Ken Anderson and her having a talk about, like, no, the movie... Listen, the book will come out after the movie. We're hoping that the movie will get the book out. I wouldn't hide anything from you. Just like... It just feels weird. Yeah, I know. Oh, he turns around and looks towards the entrance. How can I help you two? I don't think we've met. He says, look, he says, like, instinctively, but then he kind of, like, gazes, like, closely at the two of you. So does Dr.
Oh, hello. My name is Martin Pickford. I'm a reporter for the Miskatonic Quotidian. I just wondered if I could ask you a few questions. I heard that there was a big media thing going on out here, and, well, I just wanted to see if I could just sort of chew your ear a little bit for a few hot tidbits for the old local paper.
Oh. Wow, that's the second media group today. Wow, we have a leak somewhere, but, yeah. So, we were filming a movie, you caught us, the cameras are outside, it's an adaptation of a book that hasn't come out yet due to legal shenanigans, it's publishers being all weird about it. We're hoping that this movie can promote the book and get the book to actually come out.
The book? You put the movie out to get the book. I get it. That makes sense. Write that down.
Sure thing. And then Zach does just that.
Ah, your assistant there. I seem vaguely familiar.
Yeah, he does a lot of jobs. I think he's might be a model. He's doing he's on one of those sites. Is it Grinder? Are you on Grinder? Was it oh,
No.
Insta?
It was OnlyFans. It's OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Okay. Yeah, he's got one of those accounts.
Oh, alright.
Is that where you saw him?
Well,
Well, be sure to smash that bell.
Smash that. Huh. He does look. Nah, I can't. It couldn't. It kind of looks like a YouTuber. I don't know.
I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, but you know, mom and dad.
Well, he's a young guy. A lot of young guys out there who know how to take care of this kind of thing. I just have him here to write down the hot news, get down the information, and take these notes when I need them.
Yeah, just doing that for now.
I see. Filming is about to begin 30 minutes, though. Well, not 30 minutes. We have like a little less, but it should be enough to talk about anything. This is stuffy, isn't it? This tent. Can we interview like outside or anywhere else, or is the tent fine?
Oh, yeah. No, I've got a. I actually just pulled up just around here. We could go right over here if you want.
Yeah.
Water? Did you bring any waters with me?
Bring any.
He looks over at Zach.
You
didn't bring any waters.
Right, I got one right here, and it's like a half-drank bottle of water that's like crumpled up slightly.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one that opened that. This is a real crazy big festival sort of thing you're pulling off here. Did you start setting this up yourself? Is this like a city attachment kind of thing?
Oh no. I'm just with the filming and all that. The festival happens without me. It would happen if I never existed. It would happen. It's just that we happen to be filming here, so it's a little more populated.
Taking advantage of the atmosphere. I get that. That's smart. Write that down.
Well, yeah. Wait,
Yeah, we've got a nice little bus over here we came in on. A little thing to get us from A to B. If you want, we can stand there. It does kind of look like it's getting near rain, wouldn't you say?
I thought the forecast said it would be cold and windy, but never heard anything about rain.
Oh, you see, that's the thing. Cold and wind, and let me tell you, right wrist. Right here, he's pointing just sort of in the general middle. I got a weird bone spur last September.
Oof.
And ever since I had it taken out, it's just, you can feel it, the pressure change.
I mean, you know, I guess people like that can have better weather telling powers than a forecaster. I tell you, it's always gotta be. I think my personal criteria for a weather reporter, it's gotta be someone with a bone or autoimmune problem. Always gotta be that. They know before the reporters do. It's weird. It's almost like a magic of sorts.
Huh, yeah.
He looks, and he's like, I'm much you know, he's looking, and then he looks back at Sheila. He's like, you know, I much prefer women and all that, but it seems familiar. Familiar. Huh.
You can come too if you want, ma'am.
Here's the thing. I don't care who he is. I'll come with you regardless. You can come with. Actually, it'd be. Can he come with us too to the bus? Your assistant?
Yeah, he follows me around everywhere.
Alright. So he's like getting up. He's like, "Oh, sorry, Sheila." Well,
And I'm sorry. Forgive my rudeness. What is your name, sir?
Anderson. Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson. You're not related to Garrett Anderson, are you?
I am not. I haven't heard that one in a hot minute, but no, I'm not.
Oh, you know what? I think he married into the Andersons. That makes more sense.
Alright. It's a whole thing.
No, I meant, is this a miss coming with us? Did you want me to get a blurb down with her?
She's the director. She's gonna be doing the heavy lifting. I can come with you for an interview because I actually don't do any of this filming stuff. I just get the people together.
That's gonna make it a lot easier. You got one of these offhand sort of things. That makes. Oh, write that down.
Zach does just that. At the same time, he pulls out his phone and just puts something down in his notes app. Make himself look like really busy.
Yeah, right this way. Yeah, right this way. Go right ahead. After you, sir.
Can I, Now, can I have Zach do a, composure plus, like, either,
composure
and a subterfuge?
Okay, that's 4 dice.
Oh, wonderful. This would be a, this would be difficulty 3.
And just like that, I got 3 successes: a 6, a 7, and a 9, or it's a 9.
He looks.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that down.
In the dice rolling channel.
Dice rolling channel. Let the viewers know about your rolls. So he looks at you, he's like, guess maybe it was some collab with another model. Oh well. I just had this weird inkling you were this YouTuber guy. I don't know quite about the channel itself, but I heard about something. You guys are kind of walking towards the bus as he's explaining this. Well, do you guys ever figure that there's more to some things, you know?
What do you mean, like a hidden world? Some kind of underground society?
More of a hidden world kind of thing. See, there's rumors down by this, there's this YouTuber. There was a big break-in in his house and whatnot, but something that always fascinated me is around that area, there was tales of something. A violent creature. You know, violent species of creatures. Vile creatures. You may know them as redcaps, I believe. They're a horrible gnome-like creature. They crave violence, and it's a whole myth down there and all across the world. It even dates back to Europe. It's just funny. You hear about, like, these tales of them going around, and then a break-in happens, and there's these weird claw marks. And I get that drug addicts are weird, but it's just fun to think about is all. Maybe something isn't always natural, but who am I kidding? Maybe I'm too caught up in the fiction. Maybe I'm too caught up in all the books I've been trying to promote.
That does tend to happen.
You know, there's stranger things than fiction than are thought of in your philosophy. Be sure to write that one down. I might use that one later.
Zach does just that.
He's approaching the boss. I'll say, as he's doing this, Seven doesn't notice anybody, like, tailing you guys. He doesn't see anything, like, following you. All Seven sees is, Ken following Dr. Arkham and Zach. Now, Seven, is there any moves you want to make at the meantime, or?
Can I just get, like, a general sweep of the area in general?
Near
the cameras.
The cameras. The cameras are faced towards the Ferris wheel. There's like
anything odd I can glean from the cameras themselves?
They're cameras, and you don't. And they're all set up in position to film. You don't see anything too off about them. The generator. You also see a bit of a generator, like, nearby the tents.
Alright. Well, while I'm at it, too, can I get a general, like... Can I like, just, like, make sure my area is also safe, too? Like, just make sure no one's coming up to blindside me?
You do.
Aren't you on the Ferris wheel?
No, I'm on the building.
He's on the building.
The building. That's right.
Yeah,
critical success.
Okay.
So, you look, and nobody's coming around to jump ya. Nope. You don't see anybody near the entrance. Hell, it's kind of quiet on your end of things. There's a couple street lights and maybe like a car or two driving by. And that's all you really see.
Can I make an awareness check?
You can make an awareness plus wits, and because this is just the area around the building, it'd be a difficulty 3.
Alright. Now, is it too quiet, or is it just a normal level of quiet?
Probably pretty loud, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty 3?
Yeah.
That seems like an above average level of
How did
quiet.
how did I still fail that, even though I have, like, 3 in both awareness and wits? This is bullshit.
Well, I mean, you can
Bro,
always
it is
use up,
so
willpower.
normal.
Do you want to
It's so normal
willpower
like
that?
I will not willpower it.
Alright.
I will fail.
It
You
is
will not spite this roll.
like quiet from your end. The noise is coming from the festival. The noise isn't coming from your area. All you see is people heading to the festival, maybe a couple stragglers, but you don't really see anybody that strikes you as... Oh.
Damn.
It's so normal.
It is incredibly normal. And as you're observing, and as Dr. Arkham and Zach slowly approach the bus with Ken Anderson, they draw ever closer. It seems safe. And then, Virgil, what are you currently doing at this junction?
So I'm gonna look at him leave the building. You know, I'm gonna act like I'm part of the crowd, just kind of like looking around, going to each of the. I assume there's like kiosks or something, food kiosks, bouncing back and forth between the crowds like it's fucking Assassin's Creed. And as I notice that it looks like it's going to be a successful grab and bag, I'm going to communicate to the group that's inside the bus that target is on approach. I would recommend arming yourself and going inside of the bedrooms and waiting till you hear anything.
All right, game face. I get once the door is closed. Actually, is there like a hatch in the bus that we can use to exit out from the top?
I actually never thought about the emergency like roof hatch. I know
Do
what?
buses normally have that?
Yeah, they do. Actually,
yeah, they do.
school
Yeah,
bus.
Be a way to
Standard for-
get to the roof.
Pretty sure that's standard for double deckers.
Oh,
It does have a bit of an emergency hatch, though it is a little tougher to open. It's in dire need of some lubricant.
Okay, because I was thinking if we could, because like it sounds like Virgil's a bit further behind than I was expecting him to be. So I
I'm
was
like
thinking.
shadowing them.
Okay, because like I was thinking, once you're like right up against the bus door, me and like he sat down, me and Jerry can just kind of make our entrance and be like, "Sup, bitch," and then you fucking come up from behind him with the gun.
So my idea was generally like I assume that this was during the planning stage. We discussed this a bit more in detail. But like my idea was like he would bring them upstairs to do the interview, and then you would pop out, and then I would come from below.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine then. All right, just get on the beds. So like me and Jerry just kind of, at least at the very least, I know I am just gonna kind of like set myself up in my bed in a way where like it's kind of away from the entryway.
Yeah, and there's like a door there that can block off sight.
Right. So you're all prepping, and as he's just about to enter, you hear a noise, a loud noise screaming from one of the vending machines. Yeah! New metal drink sponsored by Lift Biscuit. Yeah! Front goal! The sounds of this shitty Fred Durst impersonator screaming from the vending machine nearby catches Ken's attention and makes him turn around. And now, Virgil, can you do a composure stealth check?
Alright.
Oh no.
I have good composure still.
No, I mean just like the fuck. I've never heard of a vending machine. God damn. Okay.
Wait, so what is the difficulty here?
Roll at you if you don't get a good roll.
4.
Difficulty 4?
You're in a crowd. It's easy.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a second as I go through the motions of typing out each thing. Another critical success?
He turns around. It is almost like you are completely invisible. He doesn't even see you. He's like, what the fuck was that? Vending machine? You hear like someone is like damn it, the vending machine will work. And then you hear from the vending machine, I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, I don't have exact change. And the machine, and it starts like flickering a bit as he's kicking the machine. He's like, I just want my fucking Funko!
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, keep it moving.
Alright. And as he says, he's like,
That's bad.
Hope that guy's day doesn't keep going that way.
yeah. Shitty vending machines. And then Ken enters the vehicle, and you all enter the bus finally. So with Ken Anderson on the bottom floor of the bus, let me go get the bus map. No. He is on the bottom floor with Arkham and Zach. They're in. What's the move?
Hey, if
I
you
mean, I suppose
wanna,
normally we're just No, just keep going. You know, you're in control here. Go ahead.
yeah, no, just to come on in. Most of these are just seats. I was hoping to get you up where, maybe near the second floor. There's a bit of better shots up there if you want. Did you want a copy of this?
Copy of what?
The interview.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that fucking new metal vending machine just got me zoned out there for a moment. Yeah, I'll take a copy.
Oh, those
It is
things
much
are
more-
crazy.
It's much more photogenic upstairs, yeah.
He enters. And, alright, sure. He's kind of entering the front of, like he walks slowly, like, up the stairs. And as he's approaching, he's like, you know, I probably... And then again, they're with the news. But he walks up the stairs slowly. And he sees like the living space, the round table, and the map.
Wait, I assume that
Actually-
was closed.
Actually, the map's closed. He just sees like the shelves. And he sees the table. He's like, "This is a nice setup here." Don't mind me asking, what's
Not seeing your last check.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello,
Sorry
Miss
about that.
Orange.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
Orange's
but
mom
didn't
is
know
gonna
you could
bring the
transition.
Kool-Aid to the interview here.
Damn,
So-
I didn't know you could transition that fast.
So, this is like, alright, what's up with the symbols on this desk, if you don't mind me asking? He looks. He's just kind of like side-eyeing you a bit.
It's the God we don't know.
Hey, you cool?
Am I cool?
He kind of puts his hand on the table, just sort of spreading out. Yeah, you know, you're cool. And he sort of leans his head a bit more towards him.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I
mean,
guess.
You, me, and I'm not saying, I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm flirting with you or anything. I'm
Oh, okay. I
No,
took the
no,
wrong
I
name.
I think
I
I might
was,
start slinking off the bed now to come up behind him.
No, I was trying to ask you. And he sort of just brings his hand up towards his nose. He's like, blow.
Oh.
I got a little bit if you are interested in some. I got a couple things if you're the kind of guy who knows like how to party. If you want to have a little good time, maybe jazz you up a bit for the interview.
No thanks. I know plenty of colleagues that are into the old nose candy, so you know,
Definitely.
it's one of those open secrets. Everybody knows that the higher ups in my company do it, but so I don't mind if like anybody does it or if I see it. I'm just not a
I mean, that's all well and fine.
I'm not a snowflame
I'm
enjoyer.
not feeling judgmental if you don't want to. That's more for me.
oh.
But yeah, I'm just trying to be generous and charitable.
No, I appreciate it. A lot. I know how expensive that stuff can be, so the fact that you're offering me it seems pretty cool. So, what's this, interview all about? So, I do wanna, so what's this interview all about? He, like, claps his hands.
Well, the thing is I was wondering a bit more this general sort of idea of what you have going on here. What's your setup with all this in out here in Martinsville? What's your game?
What made you want to?
He takes out a pocket watch and he starts sort of rubbing his thumb on it in like a little circle. What's your game?
My game is to, well, you know, film and promote a movie here. It's the authors from this area.
No. That's what you do. That's your job. That's how you socialize and make money. What's your game?
The make money. Yeah. He's starting to like kind of like eyebrow and like there's a little bit of like sweat. You said you were a reporter, right?
I said I work with a paper, but I mean, you told me that you were cool. Let's just say where you're coming from is where I'm coming from. I've been living the way you do before. These things aren't crazy. They're not unheard of in some circles.
You don't mean that? Oh, having like a dating website? Yeah, it's kind of lonely out here. Can't possibly be that. Yeah, it's a dating site, right?
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what you do. What you do with the art you work with. I'm like you. These things back and forth, the way they work. What you take from people, what you give back, what you contribute, and what we, folks like you and me, know how to consume. Well, at least when you're not a producer. What's your game in town?
Aha! I understand. You're, one of me.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I'm not judging. I'm cool, you're cool.
Well then...
I'm just interested.
Well then, if that's okay, let's skip the mask. You know what I mean? It's...
He actually just takes his mask off. Sure, why not?
Oh. Well then. You notice like a weird green smoke is almost coming off of him a bit. But as he is, he noticed that the something different is being presented. Let me go get it. And Damn it, where was the illustration? Hello.
Hi, Twilight Princess.
Oh, you can see the...
Oh no.
I'm seeing Twilight Princess in a white square.
Okay, so... Oh, you
He
do...
turned
Oh.
into a copy of the Legend of Zelda: The Twilight Princess.
Let me restream
Amazing
it for...
things happening on the Discord stream.
Yeah,
right
here,
now.
do that first.
I see it on the stream.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
It's very cool.
Oh, that shit's awesome!
Oh shit!
Oh damn.
Now the mask of formality is all. But then...
Zach's gonna act afraid. He's gonna act confused.
So as he's about to, you hear a slash or interrupt, and you see you see a sweet. He falls onto the floor, colliding with it. And then someone approaches. It is Steph with the fucking knife, with the boxer knife, holding it up to him while he's on the ground. What the... Immortal?
Gotcha, motherfucker!
Come on!
Also,
and then Zach's gonna like jump on him and like pin him down.
just making sure. Did Dr. Arkham also take off like a weird face mask thing?
Yeah, the
No, he was
COVID
right.
mask.
You know, you gave him a face mask earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought that you were like
Yeah.
revealing yourself as another kind of strange eldritch creature. No,
Also,
all right, never mind.
should-
then.
should
No,
I
no,
just
he's
assume
taking his
that-
He took off the
mask
COVID mask.
Should I assume that somebody sent like a message to me for me to jump in?
I double tapped my fucking walkie-talkie to let you know, like, move.
All right, I'm rushing in with my knife and my gun.
I
Like
guess
as,
Evan's
as,
just
as-
keeping an eye out still.
like as Steph knocked him down, Zach like jumped, like fucking vaulted over the table and like ground pounded on him and is like pinning him down. Like
Who
his
has
lower
the zip
half.
ties?
He is resisting, however, because it is multiple of you, it would be a difficulty 6 if it was a one person, but if it's two people holding him down, it's a difficulty 3 for each.
Kick him in the balls, Jerry!
Alright, I'm gonna roll now. Wait a second, strength and what now?
Oh, for each of us.
Oh, for each of you. That would be holding him down, and that
Can I
would.
help hold them down as well?
Yes, this would lower the difficulty a little bit further. It is I would say it is strength plus brawl because you're grappling to push him down.
Shit,
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to hold him down. I only have 1 in strength and nothing
difficulty
in
on that?
brawl.
actually,
Reduce.
Is it okay
Oh yeah.
if Zach uses his hand battle axe to hold down hold him down by like the neck?
Okay, so
I
here's the
use
thing.
Strength plus melee.
Steph is kind of flung back a little bit, so it's a difficulty 3 for Jerry and Zach. And if Zach's gonna hold him down with the weapon, then it
Okay.
goes from brawl to melee.
I don't think it
Okay.
matters. He got a
Fine.
crit.
All right. So you.
All 5 dice go.
Home run bat noise.
All right.
Fuck, stay down.
Holy
He
shit!
punches him in the jaw and holds him down.
10, 9, 6, 7, and 04.
He is restrained. His ass is not moving. He
Guess I'll get the zip ties.
is scouring around.
And as Zach is like successfully pinned him to the wall with his hand axe, he's like, "Hey, you remember that YouTuber you're talking about?"
I had a fucking feeling it was you.
Yeah.
Do you guys know each other?
Was it better when you thought he was an OnlyFans actor?
I don't know him personally, but his incident intrigued me. Very obvious what he was dealing with.
Well, that's
Yeah,
nice
well,
and
I
all,
want to
but
know what we're dealing with here. What's your angle, big guy? Other than all that
Dang.
delicious fucking
can,
imagination you're trying to slurp up.
before we get any further on, I would like to worry about that later and get the duct tape and cover up his eyes and mouth as we drive off.
You know, that is probably
yeah,
a good idea.
What about Seth?
We can rendezvous.
I mean, I could just fucking just get him on the goddamn mic. We got him.
Yeah.
Zach just like lets his like vest pocket, throws his vest pocket, like the pocket side of his vest near Steph, and like the duct tape is there in his vest pocket.
On top of the duct tape and zip ties, I would also like to use the rope to tie the guy up.
The rope is in Zach's bag.
I would like to grab the rope from Zach's bag and tie him up.
You're tying him up because two of you because Robu got a critical and Sim got like Robu landed A10 and Sim got like a super crit with like all three of them 10. He is still down, so you managed to tie him up.
I would like to tie him up and duct tape him up. I would like to make this guy a mummy with just like enough, like an air holes for the nose to breathe.
Damn it.
Are there more?
Well, right now he's tied up. We need to retrieve 7 and then go to like the middle of nowhere out on the outskirts of town.
So
We're already in Martinsville.
so
We could just like, I mean, you know, actually they might be checking by his house if he goes missing. Good enough. Yeah, no. Let's go to the outskirts.
We can go
Also
to the
here really quickly, while you're priming him with questions, just to kind of cover our tracks, go up on the walkie. Hey, we got him. You can come back now.
I'm imagining the bus can the bus driver kind of drives the bus towards the abandoned building. So 7, as you're leaving the abandoned building to go to the bus, you see the bus drive up like on the side, like on the street next, like right in front of you. It's like, well, lads, you got quite the catch.
Mm-hmm.
So the freak that I killed back in Florida was a red cap.
So he says.
At least
We
according
got a
to him.
changeling in a bag.
Just so you know, that little distraction that we got set up is good for a couple of blocks, so we can probably get a safe distance away.
But we didn't need the fireworks.
You're racing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if cops come looking for him, you know? Sorry, go ahead.
So the bus is zooming towards the outskirts, managing to still follow the speed limit so you don't get pulled over, because that is the real worry.
We're gonna have a really nice fireworks festival now.
And as you are all driving, everybody gets to look at him, the whole tied up, restrained, but before we put on duct tape, he says, "Can I say one fucking thing?"
Nope. Closing up his mouth.
Oh, fuck off! Fuck off!
I mean, as much as I think that's an epic own, we should probably, I mean, for all we know, maybe he's got his own set of explosives he's gonna set off if he doesn't get back to the thing or whatever.
Are you
Okay,
sure?
Something to consider, maybe.
Are you sure you want to risk him talking while we're in the middle of our crowded area?
You're in the bus.
Hold up.
We get a little bit of information.
All right, I'm gonna rip it off.
I'll have the gun ready.
Make sure it hurts.
I have the sword pointing at his throat.
You got what? You got one dumb attempt to make us concerned.
What if you're a little more on the mark than you think? Oh
Say
man,
camera.
you're not the only ones with pyrotechnics.
Oh.
If you catch my drift.
Alright, so what type of drift are you saying, and how is this gonna help you?
If you can all ease off, I can tell you, I can get them disarmed. I just need to be left alone, and I just need you to ease off.
So you're bluffing.
Yeah, wait. number one, if he's bluffing, we can just head off our own thing, and it'll probably get people away from the venue, which means that we don't gotta worry about the bombs. Unless he literally has the entire town set to explode.
I don't think this.
Who knows?
I don't think this guy's smart enough to be a
now I
bad.
know he's bullshitting.
I didn't actually take the fireworks with us.
I will
still
point.
activate them.
You can still detonate them if you want to. They're, like I said, they're good for a couple hundred feet.
Sure.
All right, cool.
Can I, before he
can't
does
let
that, can
paranoia
I do
take
like
us
an
over.
insight check?
I
Yeah.
want to cut you off there, Bone. I do have an insight check with a specialty for detecting lies.
Well, okay, I'll wait till.
Hold off on the fireworks display.
Okay, I'll let Dr. Tim do it. I mean, we can probably do it together, but I'll let him go first.
Yeah,
What should I take with the insight?
insight plus, probably, like, wits, because you're trying to, like, kind of look out for the lies and whatnot. Let me double, check character creation. Wits is quickly on defeat, information based on intelligent. Actually, intelligence. Scratch wits. Intelligence plus insight.
Even better.
Vibe check him.
What's the diff?
4.
If it fails, you
that
might want
looks
to.
good.
Alright, so he's laughing about the bombs. He seems confident, but you can kind of tell by his overly confident gusto that he's bullshitting.
All right. Well, no. I suppose if anybody should be saying anything, it's you. All right. Yeah.
He's making this up. He's talking nonsense. He's trying.
Yeah.
to
All
lure
right.
us
Put the
to
fucking thing
believe
back on
something.
him.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna slap it back on him.
I punch him in the face again.
Kick him in the balls, Jared.
I said you got one shot. You fucked it up.
Seven's gonna take the butt of the rifle and just kind of like smack it against his mouth.
And Zach just kind of tickles him with the tip of his sword.
You're having fun on this shit, aren't you?
I mean,
Just
considering
like
you're
you
probably
were.
the weakest thing You're weaker than the zombie I fucking fought, man. I'm having a ball with this.
You're weaker than the red cap that I killed in self-defense.
Okay,
Oh.
not to
Can
be
we
that
drive
guy,
off
but
now?
not to be that
Yeah,
guy, but we did.
we're
sort of
still
just
driving.
jump him.
Alright, so are we in the middle of nowhere now?
You're in the you're turning towards the outskirts, and because of the festival, and most people who would even be like weird enough to be at the be in the outskirts at night are at the festival. So there's like no one.
Isolation.
It's isolated.
Just you and us. No one else around.
I'm gonna rip off the tape now.
I thought the last guy was bad. What do you want?
So,
Well, I mean, if I might, what I want to know is what do you want? What's all this about, huh?
To live.
Why are you
Well,
affecting creativity?
it's how my group eats. It's how we sustain. If I don't drain creativity in the way that I do, I age rapidly. I could wither away and die if I don't get my sip. And
so
my
you're not immortal.
and my group practices a more spicier forbidden technique. If any other, I probably should have ran when I sensed changeling vibes from that man over there. Most of them don't like what I'm doing. Most of them don't like what my clan has to offer. Most don't like our methods. But I'm someone who did some digging. There's some of us who don't even know as much as I, but that aside, I'm just here for some typical feeding. Because I used up some energy beforehand. A lot of it.
do these victims of yours get their creativity back eventually?
Who can
Or
say?
is it
I
just
don't.
gone?
If I destroy the thing they made, it's gone. But if the thing's still intact and you're able to give it to them, it might work. I never cared to revert any of the statuses. Most of the people I've done this to are dead, so wouldn't really help.
Oh, well, shit.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, why are they dead?
Well, you see, when you live for creating things and your sole purpose is to make art and your life's reason is gone, kinda doesn't take a genius to see what happens after.
Oh, so you're scum. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not exactly. You know, when you said to live, you kind of gave me like a little bit of empathy. It's just gone now.
You know,
There's nothing
I'm
there.
gonna play good cop here and go, well, guys, come on, he's gotta live somehow. So, buddy, tell us, is there anyone else that's helping you with this
No one's
operation?
helping me. I'm solo. My publishing company thinks that I'm just a sleazy guy who looks a little like Ryan Gosling. None of those dumb fucks know anything.
Hey,
Okay,
speaking of which, why
like-
the Ryan Gosling? Why the
Fuck, you
Ryan
beat me
Gosling
to
face?
it.
Oh, Ryan Gosling?
Long
Just-
male models.
Well, the weird thing is, it was an experimental mask. Most masks are a set look. They look the same to everybody, but somebody offered me a technique to do something more experimental, and I couldn't say no.
And as Zach is writing this stuff down, he's asked, "Is it mask with an SK or is it
SK.
SQUE?"
SK. Well,
And who's this somebody you mentioned?
I don't know the name. There you go. Huh?
Oh, no, just Robert to be mean to my questions.
Oh,
That's fine. It's just funny.
So now I have a question.
Uh.
So we had looked at your website and noticed that your face looks different to each of us. Why is that?
Well, like I said, experimental. Most of the time it's fixed, but it was a little different this time. It was the first mask I've ever had some slight assistance with. Outside help.
Assistance?
I don't know his name, but he came to me. It was a warehouse. He said he'd give me help if he could, on the condition that I feed off of this guy. I needed to take this guy's creativity, and I needed this guy to enter his creative peak and come up with the ultimate technique of sorts, and then he'd do what I asked.
And I'm guessing that ultimate technique is the thing with all the cameras, all the people.
No.
Some sort of big,
Oh,
big
no.
shindig. Oh.
The ultimate technique. Oh, it's far beyond this, baby. I don't know what it is, but I saw a glimpse of it, and I'm thinking maybe portals or some shit, but that's the most I can glean.
Do you know where we can find this guy? How did you get into contact with him?
He appeared. You don't find him. He finds you. And
oh, so a real G-man over here.
he kind of talks like him too. Anyway,
Has everybody in this fucking place played Half-Life 2?
What?
Don't worry about it. Anyways.
Anyway, one of my published projects is somebody who's inspired by it, so I gave it a look. But anyway, this guy, you don't find him, he finds you. And I can never track how he gets someplace to place. He appears, he just moves, and he leaves.
Like teleportation?
Maybe. I don't know, but I tell ya, I told you about the man in that Waffle House, right? I can
You
tell.
did.
The guy with the
Whose head exploded, or the guy who exploded someone's head?
That one. That guy's a monster. Whoever assisted me. This guy's...
So
He has to be the fucking devil.
Wait, so the pink glasses guy was this man you're talking about?
No, separate. Pink glasses, powerful, but small fry compared to whoever this is.
What is the pink glasses event random, or were you connected to that?
Unrelated. Random, but... At the same time, it's kind of weird it happened right after the talk with him, too. Like, right after, but... Maybe they were meeting, maybe they weren't. I don't know too much about him. I've been looking more into this mysterious man. Spiky hair and a green duster. That's all I can really know about him. And despite the lighting, I could never tell what his eyes looked like. Always shadowed out.
well, like they were constantly changing.
No, constantly under. It was like there was a constant shadow being casted on them. But yeah, it's just. Yeah, I might be small fry, and this. You might be experienced, you might not, but I don't think you're ready for him. I don't think any of us are ready for him. I could team up with you, and I don't think we'd be ready.
Ready for what?
Facing him.
Hopefully we won't have to. So,
Do you know what he's up to?
When he left town, that was the last I heard of him. He just vanished.
Out of character, what was this person helping him with again? The ultimate technique, you said?
The person was helping, Ken make the mask that appeared different to different people. Ken was helping this person, this mystery person, with an ultimate technique of sorts.
Oh, I see.
That's how this is. You know, first I encountered, and when I first did the technique, it was particularly painful, and after I put on the mask, I was gonna see if I could do my stuff. I got a little greedy. I tried to see if I could do my Rhapsody technique on the mysterious figure. It didn't work. None. It didn't work at all. And it burned. It burned. I felt like my very skeleton, my very being was going to be atomized if I kept at it. But that's all I know. You can... Oh?
Do you have any others like you around? Are you familiar with any in the area?
I'm not too familiar with them. Most of them aren't in my court. So,
Court?
They'd hate me for what I do.
What is this court that you mentioned?
In society, we have several courts, societal structures, but basically all you need to know is what I do, even most of my kind look down upon. So I don't keep in touch. You ain't gonna know shit about any of them. Now, what's the end game here? I gotta ask all of you,
Well, we wanted some information. That was it.
No.
Definitely got it.
When I give you everything, you're gonna kill me, you're gonna dump me, you're gonna throw me, you're gonna let me loose back into the world, knowing all your faces.
Well, should we?
No.
Yeah,
Well,
no, we're gonna fucking kill him.
Wait. I
Director
wanna
working
get this guy's I wanna see what this guy has to say.
I
So I assume his eyes are closed, right? Like we still have him taped up on the eyes.
yeah, his eyes are closed,
All
so
right,
it
give me a
doesn't.
second. I'm gonna be typing up some stuff to you, but continue on.
Yeah, Listen, if you just let me go. Even if I saw your faces, I'd pretend like I didn't see anything. I just go about what I've been doing. I wouldn't hurt any of you.
You drive people to suicide. Like, I don't know, like, what part of this you expect to be able to get out of?
You can start paying royalties to the people you're bilking.
Alright, so I did type something to you, AC. Did you see it?
The ones that are still alive.
In 10 dice channel.
The one that's still alive, but...
Yeah, okay, honest question. One of how many?
Oh, so far, I'm newer at this, so... 5... Maybe, I think 10? Around that
Still too
range.
many.
That's a lot of dead people.
Way too many dead people for one person to cause.
Well, with how effortlessly you don't seem too unfamiliar with dead people.
It happens.
Yeah, you got me there.
You are not going to pull this. We are one and the same type bullshit. I do not. You are literally my like abject enemy in every sense of the word. I was gonna sell you my smut before I realized that you were gonna steal all my fun.
Yeah, actually, relatively speaking, I don't fuck with vampire or any supernatural thing unless they start doing some real fucked shit.
And this is pretty fucked.
We got a bunch of moral crusaders. You know, if you let me go.
Well, you're just an asshole, dude. Like, you just suck.
Wait, I can.
There's
I don't
really
know.
no other way to phrase this.
It can work. And then a blade connects to his a blade connects to his neck before he can say anything else. It slashes through like his jugular, I would say.
Like from the inside?
Like through the ground?
No, the blade is carried by someone behind him, and they slash his jugular with the sword and his throat. He's on the ground.
Virgil just covered in blood, just smiling at a job well done.
Well, shit, if you weren't gonna do it. Well, shit, if you weren't gonna do it, I was.
I think we
You
exhausted
could
what
have
he
told
had to
me
say.
ahead of time.
No.
Yeah, I would have moved. Jesus.
Here, hold on a second.
have
I'm just
to
gonna
get
go
new
in and get an
splat.
extra one in there too.
Yeah, me too. Zach like just stabs him in the groin with his sword.
We just take turns in like a conga line, running up and stabbing him really quickly.
Alright, he would have survived the jugular slice, but the conga line stab routine, I would say you guys managed to whittle him down to death.
Happy Ides of March, asshole.
So I guess that makes
I
what?
figured the best type of death would be a dramatic and ironic one.
and like Zach is like visibly shivering a little bit because it's like he's getting like flashbacks of when he killed his incident in Florida.
I'm shivering parentheses positive because
Yeah.
this is this I'm reminded of the time I got that zombie.
But before anything, you hear up the staircase, rushing. Like, oh gods, lads, not in my vehicle. Oh my god,
How
not
else
it's
were we
everywhere.
gonna do it?
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Ah,
How else were we
Are we
gonna
gonna
do
clean
it?
this up?
Place?
I don't know,
Now we can get some
outside
fucking-
where no one's looking, lads. I don't know.
Nobody's looking
mean,
in
honest-
here.
I'm out of character. I thought we would have took him outside before we did this whole thing.
I didn't consider that. I wanted to be dramatic.
Mhm.
Oh, now I have to clean
You know what?
this.
Yeah,
I
look,
can
it's
help you.
okay. I know how to clean up some blood. I can get the materials at Walmart the next time we go there.
Oh yeah.
Like Zach is still clearly shaken, but he's like kind of happy, but he's still shaking.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to say to Zach, you know, we probably should have asked him about the red caps, and I'm going to pick up the head and ask the head, what can you tell us about the red caps?
Ellipses. Silence.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Then I'm gonna just put him back on the floor or on the table.
Okay. Now, I don't know if this might make you feel better, Zach, but if you want to come with me to clean up the blood, you could help me by getting a plastic container and hydrofluoric acid.
You know what?
Hey,
I'm the
yeah,
one that
but
made the
Jack,
mess. I'll clean up the
uh,
floor.
It's okay,
How
I
normal
fuck
is this
Becky
blood?
bad.
Now, that admittedly, this does leave one more thing that we should probably address, and I'd like to search his body for a key.
Also, to
Oh.
answer Nora's question, what is the type of blood? Is this normal blood?
I would
It's
say,
clean.
I'd say the blood that you see, also, it's still, red, but, it feels a little off. That's it. There's an unseemingly aura to the blood.
Can we
Oh.
contain some of the blood to possibly examine later?
Maybe if you have, you could probably have a glass vial. It's like vial of Ken Anderson's blood. And while you're getting the blood, you guys come to the realization that Ken Anderson is dead. And and you have the key. You have a couple keys. A key to a manor, and a key to another location. However, it simply has the, and you also find a note saying check warehouse.
Ooh, mystery. Well, I mean, I guess maybe not necessarily a mystery key.
Warehouse full
But-
of checks.
We got a couple places to stop by before we leave, and I think one of them is getting that girl her book back.
You know what? We probably should have looted him and then asked him the questions, but not much we can do about that now.
It's fine. He would have put up a fight anyway.
Well, we'll remember
Also,
for next
additionally,
time.
there's no confirmed thing that if we did let him live, he wouldn't come back to bite us in the fucking ass.
Oh, I wasn't gonna let him live.
It's
I mean,
fine,
like,
the less-
I was working up like a contingency where we lied about like putting a little bomb in his back or something and be like, well, you know, if you misbehave, it'll go off. But to be fair, the nature of his existence is misbehaving. So I mean, like, yeah, no.
I kind of
It's
figured
fine,
whenever
it's-
we just started berating him and stopped asking questions that was a good time to
it's-
end it.
It's fine. The less of
Legends
these,
say
the
that
less of
if
these
you-
freaks that are walking the streets, the better.
That's the spirit.
I was under the impression there are legends that say if you can find the true name of a fey creature, you hold some sort of deep power over it. But I guess I won't know yet.
I don't think we were gonna get a true name out of him. Do we have
you
any way
know-
of coercing these things?
Under
Okay.
threat of
I mean-
death?
Yeah, you seem
Who
pretty
knows?
dedicated.
Maybe we'll meet a Mr. Mixieplix at some point in the past, in the future, anyway.
So,
Tim, you looked up this creature. Does it reincarnate at all? Does it live
Looks like it
in
just change.
some other way?
Verification, storyteller. What do I know about the death cycle of the changeling?
changeling death. You could say, there's chimeric sources. Chimera are when it comes to changeling and other sorts of shenanigans, death is, kind of different. There is the death of the Fey self and the human self, but if the human part of a changeling dies a banal death, the Fey self may live on, but that changeling will never come into existence again. Some may be able to be reborn into another human host as a different appearance and upbringing from the previous one. No one knows what happens to the more uncommon types. An example being his persuasion. So
Mysterious.
it is mysterious, but at the very least, this interpretation of the man is dead.
Well, it sounds like we did the world a service.
And as
We
he
may have even done him a service.
and yeah, he's dead. We clean up the keys and everything. And all you have to know, there's only three locations that seem to have been of interest to you. The manor, the warehouse, and Cincinnati. And
But before that, we're
Does
gonna have an
Mansion
off.
Cincinnati.
But before that, we're gonna have an off-screen trip to Walmart so we can dissolve the body and all the blood.
you
Yay!
you go
Breaking Bad is corpse.
you go to the Walmart, you dissolve the, and you're putting the weird changeling body in the thing.
God, why does it smell like fish?
They always do. I think. This is only the second one I've done.
Second Fae creature?
Nah, I mean, does a zombie count as a... Nah, it doesn't count as a
I don't think a zombie counts as a fish.
I mean, I guess a Fae could resurrect a zombie. Depending.
I mean, honestly, I just kind of had some fish the same day I did that, and I thought it kind of smelled the same.
And yeah, you have dissolved the corpse. Ken Anderson's body is gone. And for the final note of the session, what will you do with the weird changeling corpse juice you have in plastic containers?
Oh, just dump it in a dish somewhere.
Put it in a storage compartment for later viewing whenever we have microscopes.
I needed later, yeah.
You put it on the lids, and then the bus driver opens the hatch to the mysterious item box storage compartment. And you put all the containers of the changeling corpse juice in them, and they all seem to fit perfect. They all seem to go in there just fine, one after the other, and the hatch is able to close with no problems. And you close. Ken Anderson is dead, and the final notes is that corpse juice and keys acquired.
Cool.
Successful operation, everybody. Are we gonna call it?
We're calling it there.
Whoa, I love it when a plan comes together.
Nice job, team.
Yeah.
And Zach runs out of the bus and he throws up.
I suppose I should also ask: was I super on point with my assertion about what he was doing with the cameras and all that shit?
Nope. not how that works.
Really? Damn. Whatever. I'll take it.
And funny enough, it's not how that works, but I still
haven't. Gonna have to break some cameras.
In fact, if you notice, I knew that, but I still made the map in such a way where I accidentally Freudian slipped the Joshy, and I was all like, "Oh yeah, there's the cameras in range if you guys want to break them." And that was more of a way to kind of just fuck with you guys, but still.
So, I just part of the reason why I did, the stealth kill was just because I wanted to make use of the hidden dice channel. It's like, man, other people have gotten to use their hidden dice channel. I want to be dramatic with my hidden dice channel. I want to have my Joshy stabs the cop moment.
I don't think I've used mine at all.
Yeah.
That was a great session. I'm honestly shocked how well the plan went.
Yeah. Sometimes the plan works.
AC, I'm curious, how did you think
just
when a plan comes together?
AC, how did you think we were going to plan that out? Do you have any idea if it's not going to be a spoiler for anything?
Oh, no. How I originally thought, a couple ideas for a plan was, so do you want me how I thought you were going to do it, before the camera discovery or during the camera discovery?
Just lay out your thoughts.
So the original idea I thought you would maybe go down was, I had generators set up, right? So I thought an idea was I thought somebody would put a puddle near the generator and try to electrocute him.
Puddle?
Oh jeez.
And I thought either a puddle electrocution or I thought he was going to be dealt. And that was the only one of the ways I thought about dealing with them. That, or I thought you guys are going to drive him lure him to a more secluded area and then just fight him. That was
How
plan
difficult
B.
was this fight gonna be if we did fight him?
Let me go get his stats.
He doesn't seem like he's necessarily very strong.
Here's the weird thing. His physical stats are not that I'd say, he's a little bit on the weaker side. Though I will say, he has, like, a weirdly really high brawl, because a part of this is borrowed from, bits and pieces from, like, a pre-exist, thing. Only in stat-wise. Like, his brawl was 8.
So,
If you guys fought him in...
no-
If you guys fought him in hand-to-hand, he would have sweeped.
So basically, because we caught him off guard, we just like completely
Automatically
got his
won.
ass.
Yeah. If it was a direct fight, you guys, he probably would have fucked some of you up, actually. But you were able to restrain him, and you killed him.
So, do you want to hear one of my like funny plans before I realized that it was happening like today, the festival? So I was planning to like call and say, "Hey, our dog is sick. Could you come and do the interview on the bus?" And then I was going to basically see if I could poison him if I read off a story from ChatGPT. And so the lack of creativity, I wanted to see if it would poison him.
Oh, that would have been funny.
I don't think it would have worked, but I thought it would have been funny.
It would have been funny, but I don't know if it would have worked.
It's like, no, the lack of creativity, no.
I mean, I feel like he would have
The
been like,
cheating.
"This fucking sucks."
This shit is so ass, bro.
I
So
think
then we were gonna ambush him. Like that was the first plan. The second plan was, okay, if it doesn't work, it's just a distraction to ambush him.
Yeah, I hit him with the fucking hell sweep.
I meant to have his physical be a little bit stronger, but oh well.
So did you have any other thoughts of like how you thought we were going to approach this?
During the camera scenario, I thought you guys were going to have 7 snipe the cameras, and I thought you were going to try to close in on him at, like, the festival and maybe try to plot something, maybe a trap of sorts. But I thought the idea was that, I thought originally you were going to have, like, 7 going around sniping cameras.
Yeah, funny thing is, like, we were starting with a somewhat complex plan, and then we realized, why don't we just lie to him and lure him to the bus?
It's
not as entertaining, but it is
And then we can hang out in the
practical.
Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah, like the Hall of
It's
Mirrors thing.
damn
gets
effective.
The Hall of Mirrors
mean,
idea. Oh god.
I was just gonna say, my main thought is that I thought that like using the bus was kind of cheating, because like if we just have a mobile kidnap van, I feel like that gives us a crazy advantage in most of these kind of scenarios.
I feel like if we do this more often, the driver will get very upset with us for constantly murdering people in his van.
He's not gonna tell us, but if we do this 3 times, it's an immediate team wipe.
Yeah, it's
We have to
like,
fight
would
the-
you
we have to
prefer
fight the
we
bus
like?
driver.
Would you prefer we not include the van as like future plans?
The
Do you think
bus?
it's too simple, or do
I
you
mean,
think you can write
realistically,
around
we
it?
could have
The
lured him
van? When did
anywhere.
you guys get a fucking
The
van?
van. I keep on thinking it's a van. The
The
bus.
bus.
Is it because
Do-
we're kidnapping people with
Do you
this?
think that makes things too easy for us, or do you think you can write around that as a?
I think it worked the way it did because of this hyper-specific scenario.
That was another thing I was thinking. Is like, okay, well, how often would this actually work? Like, this is a very specific. This was like an easy mode guy.
The only thing I will ever say that's like free is I can't imagine you guys putting that fucking governor doing that shit to the Mr. Langstrom.
Oh yeah,
Hello,
sure. Can you
Governor.
come into our fucking bus?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, with shit like Mr. Langstrom, this bus stuff would not work. And also, keep in mind, Mr. Anderson doesn't have security.
You know, now I'm just like, oh man, how many ways can I think of to bullshit my way to get somebody in the bus?
Yeah, like, that's kind of the thing. This is a very hyper-specific scenario, and that's kind of why it worked the way it did. Like, I can see
Bus
scenarios
maxing
in the future. Also,
My original motivation was going for a meekness, but then I realized a meekness doesn't grab attention.
By the way, Nor, I fucking love your performance. I was fucking cracking up behind the mic. Some of them I just put on the mic because I wanted to show people I was like loving this. But like, I fucking love your performance.
I will say I was trying not to crack up a bit as like Ken Anderson when I was hearing the are we cool?
You cool?
Like that was like a brilliant performance. I fucking love that.
Yeah, that was actually fucking
Also-
fantastic.
Yeah, because you guys are only going to 2 locations, I will say there is one thing that I can show. There is a character that you guys completely missed because you never went to the bar.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was.
You
like,
never
trying-
saw the bartender.
Well, you know what? There's still time. We still have to check out a warehouse. We still
Yeah,
have
we
a
can
little
drink
downtime.
lots of
Hey,
things
guess
in
what?
Uh,
Now you have a bartender for a different town.
and now I do.
You know, I was like planning to like after the like our assassination thing, like to say, all right, before we head out, I want to go to the comic book store to for some reading on the road, and then go to the bar to relax.
I was just really proud of this illustration. The comic book store I'm keeping on a down low until you either go to this one or just go to a comic book store in this setting.
I mean, we still have stuff to do in this area, so
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
was actually planning. To do
Also,
this.
you guys don't know this guy's personality or dialogue, so you're just seeing a tidbit.
I think it looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, judging from his vocation, I'm
He's a
saying he
bartender who works at a...
I like the little city in the back. No, wait, those are bottles. I thought this was a city.
That's a
Really, well,
bottle.
judging from his vocation, I'm guessing he really fucking hates Bart Simpson.
I say that because his hair makes him look like Mo.
Well, it looks more like Superintendent Chalmers.
So, AC, how did you think that, like, whenever it came to, like, the fireworks idea of, like, setting off of fireworks, like, did you think that would have been, like a cool thing? Did you think that would have worked out, possibly?
I think it would have, but I also been like, oh my god, if that like burns some shit, this is gonna be real bad. Like the cops are gonna be like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah,
I might
kinda,
even
like,
have you
I was
guys
thinking
do a
some-
stealth check to see if they find anything that links back to any of you.
Like, part of me was thinking, like, okay, if we do the fireworks, I can pretend to be security, like, that was working with the city or something for the event, and then just try to, like, get them away. Just in the confusion.
Yeah, there's when it comes to like the other stuff, yeah, I wasn't expecting the fireworks explosion idea.
I want to give Joshy props with the idea of the fireworks. I get that you were going to do it for like a bullet cover up, but I think the idea of it like burning down tents is pretty fun idea too.
Yeah.
Burning down tents too.
I like the idea that like we just leave it. It's like, why don't we just set off the bomb anyway?
Also,
That'll be crazy.
I meant to have her like she was in the crowd, but because Seven never went into like the actual festival, he stayed at a distance. Seven actually managed to avoid her like view or whatnot.
Oh, by the way, AC, do you mind if we actually return to the game for a brief second to roleplay? To you know what? No, actually, I'll do it later. I'll just type.
There is a thought that I did also just have. What are we gonna do when they're putting away all the stuff for the festival and they find they find the fireworks bomb?
They find the Arduino.
They don't know what it is. They just think it's like fireworks
It could
strewn
just-
across messily.
It could just be some dude.
I mean,
that some
if you
punks left
take them
behind.
all out of the tents and then just set them up on a clearing and use it like a bomb, then it'll just be a fun, nice little night for evening.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing was just like a sparking thing that was hooked up to an like it probably just looked like a random piece of junk.
The
I
best damn
suppose.
fireworks show in Martinsville, I'll tell you that.
Oh, it's like the pyrotechnic must have left the fuse on here. Oh.
See, I was thinking is maybe the guys are like grabbing the stuff and they see the bombs like, it's probably just some punk. Probably some punk's work.
It would depend on a stealth roll. No. Yeah.
Even when we've skipped town?
God. It's like, oh, it's like, so you're all in the town of Cincinnati. Hey, Steph, can you make a stealth roll really quickly?
Ah, fuck.
Shit, fuck!
Also, it looks like his services were not needed, for this hunt.
Mr. Hibachi.
We'll call him later, and he'll
We
like
call him
appear out of a
later.
sewer grate.
Actually, no, we could summon him for like a celebratory meal.
Comes out of a potted plant.
Also,
What you celebrating? We just killed someone.
where's the
I'm just saying, somewhere down the line, I'm gonna pull out my phone and be like, "I summon you."
points?
Mr. Hibachi does have a very Yakuza side quest sort of feel about him.
Also, there was
But he
a
also does kind of look. But he also does kind of look like Virgil from fucking from Limbus Company.
Dante,
Really
I'm in this TTRPG, Dante.
I mean, I was thinking he looks like a Limbus Company character. I don't think he looks like a Verge, though.
Oh, by the way, AC, should whenever I want to send you hidden messages, should I do it through DMs or the Dice channel? The hidden Dice channel.
probably the dice probably like a 50-50 works. The reason I will say there was sometimes where I forgot and I was like, oh shit, I need to check all my browser Discord.
So how many points do we earn from this?
I was looking into
1
that.
million.
I was actually looking into just that. Alright. A standard experience. Oh yeah, I added this song to the playlist just for shenanigans related to him. Or not just him, any pound mate. Alright, a standard experience award is somewhere between 2 points, or a fast-paced journey to supernatural might be 6 to 8 points. I might say this session, because you fucking killed the quarry, I would say this would be like an 8, because you killed the guy.
Damn!
Next session's, I might be
Why is the sad Yakuza sub-story music playing?
the show that I have access to it. So if shenanigans happen and I have to improvise some bullshit, I could just turn on the song.
It has that sort of feel like, you know, guys, I learned something today.
Yeah, but actually though.
You can't really steal an idea from someone, but you can market it better and be very rich.
I'm just imagining like that playing as we're doing the fucking conga line of shanking, fucking shanking him over and over again.
Wait.
I heard that slurp.
Whoops. Anyway, I was gonna say, I'm just imagining, like, you guys are getting stabbed and he's like, and Mr. Hibachi's like, this is a customer. I gave him food. I gave this monster food and gave him the warmth of my cooking. It's only best that I finish what I start. He gets his cleaver. Mr. Hibachi lands the killing blow.
I gave him the gift of hibachi.
I like to imagine that like at any time a pound mate shows up, it's like functionally non-canon. So like she just shows up, does a crazy move, and then nobody acknowledges it.
that reminds me of like an episode of Rot Grind, the Zorn the Bear like TT RPG thing that he does. And it's like they got like a critical success on something, and so some random civilian showed up to like the boss fight with a chair. And started fighting.
My god, random civilian with the metal chair!
It was like some old lady with the chair coming in on like the Eldritch being. The Eldritch being made out of light.
I would say, if I wasn't restricted by the rules of copyright, you get a critical success. You're trying to call for rescue. The vampire's about to land a killing blow, and then you hear Dream On start playing. It's Mr. Hibachi! He's running from the corner!
Get a random guy to walk up on the get a random guy to walk up on the boss. Hey you, what's up, man? Give me money,
Money,
please.
Money, please.
Some Chinese music, some Chinese pop music just starts playing.
The Yakuza
Know where I
combat.
can find some sailors?
Can you guys help me get to the station? He speaks the
I'd like
most
to play
mysterious
Lucky.
language of all, English.
Ah, exotic.
At some point, I'm gonna have to make the "there are no changes to the plan" bit when we're like on the phone or whatever.
But yeah,
Okay, got it.
you killed. So what do you think about his real
The
form?
final pound mate we get is
Oh, I
fucking
thought it looked
Richardson from Yakuza 3.
Very cool.
I thought like his true form of Twilight Princess was really cool.
God,
Also, the art was pretty good too.
I will say I like it a hell of a lot better than my original like drawing.
What
Of-
was your original drawing if you have it?
I do have it. Let me post it. Oh, whoops! I'll have to post it on like the browser. Let's see if that'll work.
Oh,
Oh, my other backup plan was I didn't actually remember if Virgil needs glasses or not. So my plan was going to be to break the glasses and then say I need to go get another pair of glasses out of my bus.
I think that's a cool image, but I do like your current.
I like the blue. I like
current one's
the.
better.
I like the current one way better too. I feel like it felt off, and I just did it again. I did the current one, and I'm like, I like this way more.
This looks like it could be like a goon, like a minor enemy.
And I feel like I excelled with this one.
Yeah, it's more dramatic.
Yeah, that was Hunter the Road Trip. Our third session, the death of Ken Anderson.
I was gonna say, yep, it's over. That was the last one.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
fuck
done.
no. Yeah, the guy I teased that like helped him out, and like Mr. Pink glasses mean like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it got canceled. The second season got canceled.
All right, let's go home.
Yeah.
Stay
gang,
tuned for our
let's
Meiji
go
Ascension
home.
game.
Yeah, I weirdly enough only have like a 3 GB folder for just this session. That's all.
Yeah, these were very high resolution images.
I mean, they are, but
These are excessive high resolution images.
hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all got your killing in or whatever.
I will say it's kind of funny because like I actually ended up specking out of leadership because I didn't think that it's like we're all probably gonna like have some things going on, and then like me and Bone were like probably like two of the biggest people like going like here's the plan. See.
So wait, does anybody else have thoughts? Like, what we didn't really ask. If anybody else had thoughts.
Jerry is here to be muscle. That's Jerry's job.
Like,
Seven is here to do stuff and is willing to take the leadership role, but is like, I won't like usurp it.
Josh is gonna
He's here to
become the
punch
Virgil.
men in the face.
Ironically, Joshy will be the cool foil that everybody actually likes.
You say the cool foil, but you miss the. Remember the part where Seven wrote on like shitty highlighter on his chest and a shitty surfer tattoo?
It was so
It was
cool,
so
when
cool.
he did
It
that.
was so cool.
Got the blonde wick out and went like, oh, sup, bruh? You hit that fucking gnarly wave?
Does any of us actually have red as their like primary identifying color? Is that like the one color we didn't use?
Dr. Arkham's got some red. He
He's got
dresses
some red.
in a lot of red.
Mr. Hibachi has a lot of red in his thing.
Because I just noticed like none of us have like the stereotype leader color of red. Nobody has the red oni.
I mean, Zach's kind of wearing red with his flannel.
Isn't it like a light blue? Oh, I guess
You'll come into
okay,
your
the
own
flannel.
someday.
Bone, look at my portrait.
the same kind of blue that Mr. Hibachi's like shirt is.
John Hibachi.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that woman that's stalking Seven looks suspiciously a lot like Skylar White.
A mixture of Skylar and Marie. To be more specific.
Oh god, they fused.
That was the visual inspiration. Was like a mixture of Skylar and Marie.
I did have a plan where I believe was either if I wasn't in the disguise and I ran into the stalker, because I might as well say, yeah, it's the 7 stalker, it's one of his flaws.
Oops.
I was going to play like, hey, I don't know, you seem a little racist against her. Just to make it like massively uncomfortable, or just like if I was in the surfer dude persona, I guess I would have been like, bruh, you ruined my. I don't know who you are, bruh.
I can't believe you
My
hate
vibe,
Hispanics.
Next time on Hunter the Road Trip, 7 gets racist.
One gets racially profiled.
Also, I just realized, like, the guy probably, like, the changeling guy probably never actually realized Virgil was who he was, because he was also wearing a disguise before they taped up his eyes.
Oh yeah.
So he never even recognized. So that's the explanation I'm going with, of him not going, it's you, the guy I was planning to do the interview with. Because it was a disguise.
He was wearing a wig, so I mean, who could tell, really?
And he wasn't wearing his glasses.
Wig.
I guess my final thing will be
We really snatched his wig.
any closing thought?
Smash that like button! Decapitate that subscribe button!
Can we get
I
10
was contemplating-
trillion likes?
I
Ding
was
that bell!
contemplating having a moment where Seven took off his hair to reveal he's actually just bald, but I don't know if that's canon still. I haven't decided.
Well, like Agent 47? Is that why your name is 7?
No, not
he
even.
He had to get the cancer treatment.
Wait a minute.
You had to get 7 of them.
7.
Cancer-
I don't know if he's canonically bald.
Cancer treatment, canonically bald, glasses. Holy shit!
It's like Double D. Nobody
my
knows
God.
what's under the hat.
Yeah,
Even
it's
the
like Ed
queen.
and Nettie. What were you thinking, Joshi?
The cat box under that hat.
Well, clearly, Justin thought of it.
You see, that's Seven's tragic backstory. He's not actually like a secret hunter. He is a leukemia patient.
Oh God!
We're actually all secretly bald and meth dealers, and also men in our 50s.
You see,
Also,
you see,
we're in
we're
a coma in the hospital.
Yeah, we're secretly in purgatory. That's why all our tongues are different colors.
Actually, the real reason why you're fighting the quarries is that you're trying to stomp out the competition for your meth game. No.
Walter White.
I can't let these changelings stop my meth dealership.
My meth dealership.
We have-
We're out here buying mechs like we're out here buying meth like they're cars, bro.
I need my scholarship to meth.
I'm just imagining you're with your scholarships to math. You're like, it's like, it goes from like, the pacing goes from like, we need to kill this changeling so we can have more territory for meth, to, we need to kill this vampire governor because we need to deal more meth.
All these vampires want my meth. They can't have it. It's for people. This is people.
No,
meth, not
we're not a big
vampire
fan of the government, Dusty. Yeah, 30 on 30.
To cook.
meth. See, that's gonna be my movie. It's gonna be vampires versus meth dealers.
I thought you were just gonna say Breaking Bad. I was like,
No.
really?
Only
Shotgun marathon.
I'm
that
gonna
shit?
fucking get into
Breaking
the.
Bad, but with vampires.
I'm gonna make the sequel to Breaking Bad, and it's gonna have vampires and hookers and blackjack.
El Camino, but
Unrelated,
with
do you guys
vampires?
remember the Kickstarter to this dude, like the follow-up series that do Breaking Bad, but it's just from some random dude?
Oh my god, I remember watching
Oh.
a video about that.
What?
Yeah, there was a guy on Kickstarter, or I guess Kickstarter. There's like, guys, I'm writing a sequel to Breaking Bad, and it's like, nah, but Walter White. Oh wait, I can't talk about spoiler shit.
You just DM me the deets.
Yeah, Walter White jacks off in front of the camera.
Walter White's actually a vampire.
Walter White versus the soulless undead army.
Walter White versus the world and Ramona Flowers' 7 evil exes. It's not even about him dating Ramona, it's just about him wanting to declare the competition for meth.
He's trying to sell the meth to Ramona.
The
but she won't buy
7... I like the implications of the 7 evil meth dealers.
Wait, AC, I'm actually now kind of curious. Now, feel free to neither confirm nor deny if you don't want to give like information out. But like, are succubi like a thing in this setting?
I don't know. I don't know the succubi part. I've researched heavily into other things, but others.
Because I was thinking, like, I was about to make a joke about the changeling that makes you goon, but then I thought that's just a succubi, wouldn't it be?
There are succubi, but they're it's fey shenanigans.
Like they aren't real? Like they're just like they're fey lies, or what do you mean by shenanigans? Or just that they are fey?
Fuck it.
They're
This was
fey.
a joke they pulled. They were just fucking with you.
Yeah, you see, that's just what the Fae like to say. They like to make jokes about the succubi, but they aren't real. Are you crazy?
They're
succubi are just a myth, dumbass.
Okay, they're changeling
You've been
the
fooled by
lost.
Duende yet again.
They're changeling the law. Wait, they're Chronicles of Darkness.
Yes, they're Chronicles of Darkness. The World
They're
of Dark.
not in world.
Nope, Chronicles only.
That's really funny.
Is Chronicles and like World of Darkness separate?
Yeah, Chronicles is
Oh,
a separate
okay.
world.
Chronicles of Darkness is like, if I remember correctly, they're more standalone.
Wasn't Chronicles like a weird soft reboot of the setting that they kind of gave up on?
Yeah.
Like they decided to apocalypse the World of Darkness setting, and then they decided to bring it back, I guess. Things went bad in the year 1999. That's where all the bad things happen.
So I see what's a good
And
way
it
to
got
end
better.
What is a good way? I was gonna have closing thoughts, but I did that. It devolved into this. So I guess I'm just gonna go top to bottom. Who's like got some brief closing thoughts? Bone.
I mean, I gave most of my thoughts. Drink liquid demon seed, impregnate your throat, give birth to your thirst.
Jesus
Get some
fucking
drinks from
Christ.
the new metal vending machine. That's the thing, that vending machine I was holding on to that vending machine writing for months, and I forgot about it, so I had to slip it in real quick.
It shows a good time. And, oh, you know what? I do have some closing thoughts. Man, I fucking crit success the shit out of this session.
That was wild, actually.
This was the makeup for the last session where I just fucked up a bunch of willpower rerolls.
I don't ask, do you have anything else, or?
I don't particularly think so.
Joshy, do you have any closing thoughts on this session?
Pretty fun. A secret of 7 that he has still remains a secret. That's it.
Alright.
To him.
Justin, got any closing thoughts?
I'm good. No, I said everything I gotta.
Alright. Noir, any closing thoughts?
Be sure to read the Saga Song of Beaglesaurus. It's a wonderful sort
So
of
true.
thing, great for every season and every good holiday. What better thing to do during Lent than to swear off bad fiction and read good fiction?
Yeah,
Great, man.
true. You should read it.
love
I
that.
approve. I approve it. I approve it. Any other thoughts?
No, that's good.
Alright, Rovu, closing thoughts?
The first, that was really good. I really love the tension moments.
Yeah. I'm glad I got the
And
right
also-
songs for him. Here you go.
And also, the first thing Zach's doing is helping John bus driver clean up the bus.
That's just effing you.
Any
If
others?
you made that mess in my bus, I'd force you to fucking clean it.
Any other closing thoughts?
No.
Nope.
Alright, lad, I hope you get the scrubbing. Anyway, for the last but not least, Sim. What do you think?
I
Closing
liked it. I liked how well the plan went.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good. I'm glad the whole like mystery format was able to we were able to make it work the way as well as it did. Yeah. Anything else?
Good.
I don't think so. It was fun. I like the mystery part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did great. That is my thought.
Thank you. Oh, then, thank you very much for playing, attending, viewing, stream or VOD, don't judge. As long as number go up. Anyway, I think that's Hunter the Road Trip for tonight. So glad to have everybody. And, see you next session. Hopefully next Thursday. Hopefully. But, you know, we could push it back. Maybe shenanigans or maybe not. But regardless, hopefully, next session will be next Thursday. I am your host, AC.